you to get to learn something new, to understand the Toastmasters International branding better, and of course, enhance your existing design skills. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, my name is Nurul Nasrun from Aspirasi Toastmasters Club. I'm the Creative Director of District 102. Today, I'm serving all of you as Toastmasters of the day. We're going to start with a short energizer session. So, Multimedia Master, can you stop sharing, please, so that I can share screen? Thank you. I'm going to share screen. What's going to happen next is that I'm going to flash some questions, some trivia about Toastmasters International. Some are based on history, some are based on random facts. Who's kacawing? Yeah, you are kacawing. Okay, so there's 10 questions. What I want you to do is that feel free to respond, whether by unmuting yourself and announcing the answer, or by typing your answer in the chat box, and we're gonna see who gets the answers right. Are you ready? Okay, here goes. I'm gonna share screen. It's okay, Zijan. Things like that happen. All right, this is the first question for our energizer today. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. The first unofficial Toastmasters meeting was held on what date? The first unofficial Toastmasters meeting was held on what date? Anyone? Does anyone get the answer?
Come on, hurry up.
In the chat box.
Correct, Lokesh, 24th March 1905. OMG. Lokesh is one of our younger members. So being millennial, I'm sure he's very internet savvy. I'm sure he had made some research before this. That's why he's so quick to come up with the answer. Yes, the first unofficial Toastmasters International meeting was done on 24th March 1905. Awesome. Next, let's have the next question. Toastmasters International was founded in, give me the month and the year. Toastmasters International was founded in the month and year. Anyone want to say it out or just type in the chat box? Correct, Verna, October 1924. Yeah, some of you guys are faster than Google. That's good, that's good. Okay, it's morning, guys. I know we are just starting up, but let's warm up our engines. Next question. Dr. Ralph C. Smedley's middle name is? Dr. Ralph C. Smedley's middle name is? Okay, I have an answer there. Chestnut, correct, Lokesh again. Yes, oh, many people knows that. Interesting, right? I was thinking probably Charlie or Chester, but it's Chestnut. Correct. Next question in our energizer is, which Star Trek character was a real-life Toastmaster from 1931 to 2015? Which? Yes, Leonard Nimoy. No, I want the character, not the actor's name. What's his character in Star Trek? Spock.
Spock.
Exactly, Berna. Exactly. Yes, Spock was a Toastmaster, spreading the spirit of Toastmaster across the universe. He was Toastmaster from 1931 to 2015. Great. Name the first female international president. Name the first female international president. Yes, Lokesh. Wow, you are like tapawing everything. You know, in Malaysia, we call tapau. It means that you're just taking everything by storm. Yeah, he's the Superman. Yes, Helen Blanchard is the first female international president. She is also the first female official member of Toastmasters International. How about that? Next question in our energizer is, This yellow color is an accent color in Toastmasters color scheme, and it is called, you see this yellow color? It is an accent color in Toastmasters color scheme, and it is called Happy Yellow. Correct. Wow, I'm so amazed that you guys know this. Yay. And the credit goes to Verna for the first correct answer. Congratulations, Verna. Next question is, in what year was Toastmasters International District 102 formed? In what year was Toastmasters International District 102 formed? Can I have the answer? IPDD, you cannot answer? Toastmasters International, yes, Kingston from Gusting Hills. The year is 2016, guys. So fellow District 102 members, our district was formed in the year 2016 when we broke away from District 51. Thank you so much. Next question is, how many clubs are there in District 102 to date? How many clubs are there in District 102 to date? Quickly go and find out what's the answer. How many clubs are there in District 102 to date? Toastmasters, come on. Oh, okay, there's an answer there. 158, correct, Abhilash. Congratulations. Wow, amazing. You're from District 1 to 5 and you know it. Yay. Actually, you can find this answer in our website. Yeah, correct. Thank you so much. Next question for our energizer is, okay, this may be mind-boggling. There is a Latin writing in the first Toastmasters logo, which reads, there is a Latin writing in the first Toastmasters logo, which reads, what was it? What was the first Toastmasters logo? What was the Latin writing? Okay, I bet if you Google, okay, let's see. No, not Vini Vidi Vici. Come on. What is it? What is it? This is a hard one. You cannot have everything easy. Yes, come on. It's not Carpe Diem. Yes, correct. Orat ores omnes. Who's that? Who's that? Kingston again. Yeah. Congratulations, Kingston. That's the hardest one, I think, in my list of questions. The Latin sentence or writing that was featured in our first logo is orat oret omnes. Yeah. So for the meaning, please Google. Yeah, all orators, roughly it says that everybody can speak. Yeah, correct. Thank you, IPDD. Next question, one last question from me is, okay, this is more of a branding question. The palette of Toastmasters International relies on true maroon, royal blue, and cool gray to support our elements of leadership, dedication, and one word. The palette of Toastmasters International relies on true maroon, royal blue, and cool gray to support our elements of leadership, dedication, and empowerment. Congratulations, Abhilash, backpackers from District 125. Yay. So I think I can see quite knowledgeable Toastmasters here. You guys are very well versed in our history, and even some fun facts that are quite odd, you guys can find it. That is the spirit of Toastmasters. We are very passionate, driven people who always want to enhance our communication and leadership skills through this network of really supportive people. Thank you so much. I'm going to pass the floor over to our District 102 Public Relations Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Radhipriya Bralsons for the live wire session. Over to you, Radhi.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me and see me clearly? Yes? Come on, everybody. Would love to see each and every one of you. We have about 3 to 4 minutes for a live wire. Now, what is a live wire here is, Zijan, can you hit the music? I need every one of you to shake your body a little bit and open your eyes wide and ears, because you're going to hear and listen a lot of things. Okay, with that, let's listen to music. I need to see y'all moving, yeah? And our Zoom master, yeah? Please spotlight those who are like, okay, come on, just move your body. Yes, you see Robert Ram's like, okay, now, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Move your body front, back. Okay, now. I can see our Didi also moving. Okay, now snap your fingers. Snap. Move your body, stretch. Stretch. Now, if you can turn around, just turn around. Move. Stretch your hands up, side, and you move around. Now shake your head. Okay, Zijan, the next song. Come on, keep moving. You all might have heard this song. Now, come on. Move your head. Now. The eye contact. Right, left, right, left. Now, come on. Open your tabs, guys. Open your tabs. Oh. Yes, I can see Sweetie was doing that. Come on, everybody. Now go. Okay. Now go. Shake your body. Just relax. Yes. Next song, DJ. Shake the hips, but I'm teaching. You all can stand up and shake your hips. Just shake your hips. Okay, now, how many of you believe in you and you want to try everything? And you do your limit. You want to reach higher. Listen. Just relax. Feel your body. Smile. That's the simplest and I think the sweetest smile. Okay. No? Okay. I would like to pass the control back to our TMD. Thank you, everybody. I shall pass the control to our SAA now. Over to you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody, for being such a great people today morning.
Welcome all to the GI branding creative design workshops. Before we start the programs. Dear guests, here we have some house rules I need to read out in order to have a smooth programs. Here some ground rule: put on yours self on mute when not speaking. Don't interrupt when someone is speaking. Please turn on your videos, cameras, and attentive throughout the programs. And 6, outright relax and enjoy. Last, we have great programs. Now I have to read out the video release consents. By attending this remote TI Branding Creative Designs Workshop, part of the District's 102 online events, you agree to the privacy policy of Toastmasters International as well as the associated remote hosting service. Some of your personal information, such as name, image, and any shared message, may be shared with others meetings participants and will be recorded by Toastmasters International, who may use these recordings in the future as it seems fit. Your remote attendance hereby discharge Toastmasters International from all claims, demands, rights, permits, damage, and liabilities as arising out of or in connections with the use or distributions or says video recordings, including but not limited to any claims from invasions of privacy or appropriations of likeness or defamations. Now, I hand over back to the TMB News.
Thank you so much, Reza, our Sergeant at Arms for today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to commence our workshop. But first things first, I'd like to invite our organizer, Distinguished Toastmaster Sajini Dharamdas, our Public Relations Events Manager, for her opening address.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. Well, well, well. Now, this is the first event which District Public Relations has organized specially for all of you. Members, no members, everyone is welcome. You have to excuse me a little bit. I'm having a bad toothache, as you can see. So please bear with me for if I don't pronounce something correctly. Now, today's workshop is here for you because we care for you. We want you to learn this extra skill where you can provide beautiful, creative flyers and posters for all your meetings. Now, this is one way to attract members. When you post your flyers, your meeting posters, people will have a look at them and they will get excited and they will say, wow, what a beautiful meeting poster. And this also will ignite that interest. How did you learn this? Where did you learn this? And you can share with your friends that this is one of the advantages in Toastmasters. You get to attend various workshops for free. All you need to do is be a member. So this can be a selling point for you as well. So this is one little tip for you. And what will you be learning today? Of course, you'll be learning how to do first understand the basic branding guidelines, which is very essential in Toastmasters. And the second thing, of course, learning to create design using Canva and also using PowerPoint. Yes, you heard me right, PowerPoint. You can use that to make your designs as well. And last but not least, you will also learn how to create videos. Isn't that exciting? So ladies and gentlemen, please stay throughout the entire session so that you get the most out of today's session and keep those questions coming in and we will try to answer them to the best of our ability. So with that, thank you very much. And now I would like to hand over the screen for the welcome address by our District Director of 102, Distinguished Toastmaster, Teo Chun Ming. Over to you.
Thank you, Sajini. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the organizing team led by our District Public Relations Manager, Rati Priya Balsan, Distinguished Toastmaster, and her team, OC Sajin Raramdas, and all her public relations team, and all the speakers for putting this together to share with our members this workshop. And to all attendees that attend today's meeting, today's workshop, I also thank you for waking up so early on Saturday morning to learn about TI branding, to learn about creative designing. Well, fellow Toastmasters, all the successful brands in the world are where they are today because of branding. For example, Air Asia, why we are so famous today? Because of the successful branding. Now everyone can fly. Same with McDonald's, they are also successful because of branding. I'm loving it. Same with Nike, we know the tagline is "Let's do it." So Toastmasters also, to promote Toastmasters, to promote our club, we also need to learn about branding. So that's why the DPM team organized the workshop today, so that we, all of us, club officers, vice president publications, and all of you can learn how to promote your club, how to promote your club event, and so on. When we are all Toastmasters, we are all the ambassadors of Toastmasters. We are all the so-called influencers to bring in the guests to join our club and further grow our organization. So I hope that you all will learn as much as you can and ask questions. Do take part actively and take down your questions and ask towards the end of the session. There's a Q&A session. Ask the speakers. And I hope that you will learn a thing or two from today's workshop. With that, back to you, Sajini Dharamdas. Back to you.
Thank you very much, District Director, for that opening address. Let me just pass over back to the Toastmaster of the day, none other than the charming and the gorgeous Nurul. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Organizing Chair. Thank you for the kind words. It does make my day. Yes, it is nice to hear that once in a while, especially from such a distinguished Toastmaster as yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start our speaker sessions. So what I've done recently is I've already shared the workshop agenda in the chat box. Feel free to download it and refer to it throughout the workshop. So that is the happenings that's going to go on today during this workshop. Yes, we are going to be going into the first session for today's workshop, which is talking about Toastmasters International Branding. So who else is the best person to talk about Toastmasters International Branding? None other than our very own District Public Relations Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Rati Priya Balsan. So a little bit about Rati. Rati is a very energetic and very passionate person. One of the first lady Toastmaster I've met online, yeah, when I first joined Toastmasters. Her experiences is really vast. She's a great dancer, actor. She holds dancing classes, acting classes, language classes, and works a lot with children because she's an entrepreneur and she owns an edutainment company. She is also the founding president, the charter president of Balsan's Edutainment Toastmasters Club, and she has been in Toastmasters for the past 12 years. I believe with Rati's leadership, Toastmasters International DC 102 will be great in communicating public relation matters and engaging our members and guests to become members. I pass the floor over to our first speaker talking about Toastmasters International Branding, Distinguished Toastmaster Rati Priya Balsan. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much to our Toastmaster of the day, Nurul Nasrun. Can we all please give her another round of applause? Thank you so much for starting off this session greatly. Okay, before I start on with our presentation, with my presentation, it's a great pleasure to seeing all of you here. I would like to say thank you so much to our District Director, Teo Chun Ming, District Toastmaster Teo Chun Ming for being here, as well as our IPDD District Toastmaster Srinivas, And I'm very sure the list goes on. And yes, can I just see y'all reacting or sharing your thoughts very quickly? How do you feel now at the moment? You can click the reaction button, a party mode or a love, or just quickly type in, how do you feel right now? Okay, let's keep it coming. Great, relax, excellent. Great, happy, also hungry. Yes, I am excited. Okay, so as you all can see, and as what our TMD shared, I truly love interaction. Come on, we are Toastmasters. We love talking, but through Toastmasters, I have learned a lot to speak with purpose. So this is going to be an interactive session. So it's not just me telling you guys, this is the brand manual. Follow the brand manual. Or now, I want you all to interact with me as well as if you have any questions throughout my session, please feel free to type in the chat box because we do have our question master, Vinodini, who will be compiling all those questions. In the interest of time, we will be able to answer you towards the end of the session, which also means you have to stay throughout. Okay, so are you all ready? Euphoric. Okay, excellent. It will be great to see y'all keeping your videos on if you're able to, so I can see y'all. And what do you call? I can, yes, thank you, Shazad. It is great. Okay, so public relations. So what is public relations all about? Can I quickly ask Shazad? Can you please read what you can see on the screen, Shazad? From Kadang Toastmasters Club? Yeah.
Public relations is to promote and maintain a favorable image of Toastmasters International among its various audiences through the use of a variety of communication channels and tools.
Okay, excellent, Shaza. You're cool, right? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Shaza. We have this week Toastmaster Paramis. This week Toastmaster Paramis. Yes, I saw you. What is public relations in your own thoughts?
Public relations, in my own thoughts, is bringing your club to the knowledge of the public so that they realize how important a Toastmasters club will be in their own life.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Like I said, it's going to be interactive. Yes, it's going to be interactive. So now let's move on to the next slide. Okay. So what do we have in our next slide? Our pledge. Now, can I quickly call another Toastmaster here? Harpreet Kaur, can you please read out the public relations, our pledge to our members in here? Very quickly. Harpreet Kaur, you are there? Okay, how about Lucky? Toastmaster Lucky, can you quickly read out?
Yeah, okay. To engage and connect our members, potential members, and our community through existing PR activities that adds value to their lives, experience, and growth. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you see, public relations is all about connection, right? It's how you're communicating with people. And you saw how our SAA, our OC Sajni Dharmdas as well, TMD started or kick-started this meeting, connecting with all of you. Now, very quickly, I'm going to introduce to you all my team for our term 2022-2023. So this is our team. Yes, we have this many people, and trust me, it wasn't easy to gather all of them. And each and every one of them are doing a great job and in assisting me for the past 2 months. And we have also pledged ourselves that we are going to connect better. We're going to get things right, right? Okay, so this is my team. Can we just give a round of applause to my team very quickly, please? This is the first time I'm introducing them to everyone. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah. Okay, so like I mentioned, our Toastmasters International, right? Our brand. So who is the brand? You and me. We are the brand. We are the Toastmasters International brand. So, welcome brand ambassadors. Now, moving on. What is a brand? Okay. It has to be consistent and unique identity. You have to clearly communicate goals and messages, defines the organization, its product and services, differentiates the organization from its competitors, like what our district director mentioned. There were famous brands earlier. Can I quickly just type in the chat box? What are the brands that come to your mind? Very quickly. KFC. Okay, I clearly can see Zijan is very hungry. Gucci. Yes. Toastmaster. Okay, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Starbucks. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, Nike. So I'll send you my address. You can just grab to me later. Okay. So thank you very much. Keep it coming. Now, before I move on to the details, what is a brand and how are we going to maintain and how to elevate our Toastmasters brand? Can I quickly ask y'all to type in the chat box for the VPPRs in the house? Type 1 for VPPRs, type 1. Non-VPPRs, type 2. And non-Toastmasters, right? Non-Toastmasters, please type 3. Okay, I can see 1, I can see 2. Because there also requests, can we also join? Say, okay, why not? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, keep it coming. This is just to see how many VPRs are here as well. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so now let's move on to the next slide. Now I'm going to keep it very simple because most of you, especially the VPRs by now, you should have gone through the brand manual, right? Okay, so the brand platform. What is the brand telling you all about? It's about your personality and your voice and tone. Moving on. Okay, very quickly, I'll just share, right? Okay, for brand platform, your personality. If you can see here, is our personality reflects how we organization interacts with audiences at every touch point. Internal communication, external media, social posts. Like you can see, many of us will have our own websites or our social media platform. Most of us use the Facebook. And I would say the millennials or the younger generations uses Instagram mostly at the moment, just share. Yeah, TikTok too. TikTok is coming up very fast as well. So these are the different platforms that you can actually share your brand. Who are you? What are you doing? And then move on to the social post. See, here you can see when you share about the brand, okay, your personality. It also reflects on your culture, the language, medium. For example, I have went through a few social media, Facebook pages where you have clubs from different countries and sometimes there are different languages as well. So what happens here? I take the translation. It's nice to see how people engage. So this one thing I would believe the brand that you carry will be you. And in this context, I'm going to share more on Toastmasters international branding. So with strong elements of leadership, dedication, and empowerment. Moving on. Voice and tone. Like I mentioned to you, your voice is your confidence level, how you show your confidence level, as well as a compassion, how well you can connect with people. It is clear, yet respectful. You can read there, right? So basically your voice and tone. How do you set the tone of yourself, right? You have to make sure when the time comes, you have to mellow down, And when you want to say, hey, people, come and join my club. And that's the time you have to make sure your voice and tone reaches out to people. Hey, I want to join that club. Yesterday, I got a message out of nowhere. This person, her name is Annie. She said, hi, I got to know, I was Googling and I found your club. Something different. You have game session. Example, right? Different clubs have different ways of doing it and how unique you are. That's where your brand speak. See, how did you get my Facebook? How did you get to know about my club? I was just searching and I found yours. So you see how you keep up in your social media, how you keep up in your branding, it speaks louder with people out of nowhere, right? And it's now online. Anybody from any part of the world can join us. Moving on. Tagline. Okay, before we go to the next slide, Zijan, hold on. I know there are many senior Toastmasters. I would like to just quickly call perhaps, okay, she's a VPR. Let me just quickly call Irene Lim. Irene Lim, you are there. Irene Lim, yes, the bunny. What is our Toastmasters International tagline? Can you unmute yourself very quickly? Irene Lim, okay, I can see the bunny moving there. How about, can I call upon, okay, Cecilia, of course you know that, Cecilia. Cecilia, what's our Toastmasters International tagline? Yes, our OC is
where leaders are made.
Yes, thank you, Craig, and thank you, Cecilia. Next slide. Where leaders are made. Trust me, it's okay not to know earlier, but from now on, you must remember, this is going to be a mantra. Okay, our tagline is where leaders are made. Now, the tagline helps to convey our mission, our purpose. Moving on. The core values. Okay, so very quickly, Omar, just pretend to close your eyes. Can you tell me what are core values in Toastmasters, Omar?
Integrity, respect, service, and excellence.
I like how Omar quickly closed his eyes. So he's in the game. Thank you, Omar. Thank you so much. Okay, so which you can have the abbreviation RISE, right? R-I-S-E. Respect, integrity, service, excellence. Now, these are the core values that we have to uphold at all times. Moving on, just checking whether Omar is listening or just staring at the screen. Okay, our brand promise. What's our brand promise? Hema Khanda, I'm going to call upon those videos are switched off. Unless you're still on the bed and enjoying the session, then it's okay. Hema Khanda, are you there? Yes, no? Leong Yingyi, I can see a very nice background of Toastmasters International. Yes, Leong Yingyi. Okay, moving on to Dr. J. Seelan. Dr. J. Seelan, yes, Dr. J. Seelan, you're a VPR. Can you quickly tell me what's the brand promise here?
Empowering individuals through personal and professional development.
Thank you very much, Dr. J. Seelan. So, as you all heard from Dr. J. Seelan, it's empowering individuals through personal and professional development. Moving on.
Thank you.
Benefits of using the Toastmasters brand. Now, many of you have asked me, and I have still getting some questions from new Toastmasters. Why must we use the Toastmasters brand? Chan, let's ask a question, Master Chan. Why must we use Toastmasters brand, Chan?
Why must we use? Well, we are Toastmasters. Why waste it?
Correct. See, simple. We are Toastmasters, so why not? Moving on, Esther. I can see Esther looking into the screen. Yes, you're smiling now. Esther, can you quickly read out the first line, Esther?
Communicate a consistent look and message.
Here you go. Why use Toastmasters brand to communicate a consistent look and message? I am constantly getting advice as well as I check with my designers and advisors. Is this right? Yes, as a DPRM, I have to you're a DPRM, you need to know everything. Yes, we go through, but it's not wrong to just check with somebody else who might be more pro in that. But as a Toastmasters, it's very important for us to know the Toastmasters brand. Now, moving on very quickly to Guat Im, a good friend of mine. Can you quickly read out the second line, Guat Im, if you are there?
Increase understanding and global awareness of Toastmasters International.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, Guat Im. Increases understanding and global global awareness of Toastmasters International. Now, when we say KFC, we know, oh, that guy, the handsome looking guy, but old guy on screen, you know, and then we say Starbucks, oh, so it's a MACD, yes. So these are the famous brands. Why? You have been constantly looking and seeing everywhere, you know, the billboards and bulletins, and every time you go on the road, KFC, MACD, where shall I go? So same thing here, when we use our Toastmasters brand purposefully and usefully, what happens here? You increase the awareness. Now, very quickly, can I call Nur Muhammad? Can you quickly read the third one, please? Nur Muhammad. Nur Muhammad there? Okay, how about Abhilash, Backpackers? Abhilash, you're there? Come on, we have 67 people in here, very quickly.
Yes, hi. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, so can you just read out the third one?
Motivate prospective members to join, making district and club objectives easier to achieve.
Okay, thank you very much, Abhilash. So you see, it's to motivate prospective members to join. Now, why this is important? When you know the brand, you will be more confident and comfortable in sharing to people, right, Abhilash? And then
yes,
you will be able to share to your friends as well. Now, moving on to the last one, fourth one, Sabaria. Is Sabaria there? Very quickly, Sabaria. I'd love to hear her voice. Sabaria, you're there, Sabaria? Okay, how about Lokesh?
I'm here.
Ah, okay, Sabaria's there. Okay, Sabaria, quick one.
Yes. I just got back from the bathroom.
Oh, okay, no problem. So I'll quickly read out for her in due time constraint, yeah? Increase pride in being a member of Toastmasters. That is why the benefits, you see, we saw 4 benefits that are tons and tons more. So moving on to the next slide, please. Here you go, the brand manual. Now the mission begins here. Next slide. How many of you have actually gone through the brand manual? Can you just type 1? Or how many of you, what is brand manual? I've never heard about it. Type 2. 0.5. Cool. Honest answer. Okay, type 2. No worries. Keep it coming. The 2 is good because that's why we are here to assist you. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you very much. Okay, excellent. Okay, keep it coming. Now, very quickly, what we're going to share here. See, we won't have the time to go through the entire brand manual. So, sorry, I've actually come up with small slides which has specific information. If you do have any questions, you can ask us later. I have my team to also help me to share with you. Sorry. Yes, so what are you going to learn in the brand manual here? The color palette, logo, typography, which is the fonts, which are the fonts, images and photographies. What are the image and photography that you can use, which is one of the most important things when you come up with the posters, standards and procedures and resources. Moving on. Color palette. Okay, so you can see here, I remember our TMD came up with a question during the Kahoot session, right? We have 3 primary colors. If y'all can just quickly type in the chat box, you can see on the screen, but let's keep us active. Type in the chat box, what are the primary colors? Which are the true maroon? You can see my background over here. We have the loyal blue. Some of y'all are using the Toastmasters International virtual background, so which is the loyal blue, and cool gray. I really can't see that well, no worries. And some of us, especially the role players, are using the happy yellow color. So what are these colors for? That's why you're here today, right? To learn during our designing workshop. So stay tuned. Our designers, Toastmaster Tolaha and Toastmaster Yasir, will dwell in more and share with you. So about the codes and which color is suitable and when you must use it, they will be doing the best of it. Moving on. So these are basic color palettes. And some of you have told me when I've heard all this thing many times, too boring colors, very boring. So that's why we have the gradient colors over here. So you can use the gradient colors. There's also codes over here. So those VPPRs, if you're still finding some ways, how can I do it? The new VPPRs especially, here you go. Go to your brand manual, find gradient colors, and you can also utilize this. Moving on. And you still want to have something more creative, right? We are here for a creative designing workshop. So how? Here you go. Transparencies. So you have the primary colors, you have the accent color, which is the happy yellow, and you have the gradient colors, and here you come with the transparencies, which means it's no more boring, but you have to use your creativity to the maximum. Agree with me, Esther?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I only can see a few of you all, so I only can call out a few names I can see on screen. So please come on, turn on the videos. Next one, please. Here, logos. Can I just quickly get your tab in chat box? When you Google for logos, there are quite a number of different logos than Toastmasters, because Google can share anything, right? If just say you are preparing an agenda or you're doing a poster, you just try to take from the Google and just place it. Is that correct, Omar? Without checking?
Yeah, but usually just take from the previous poster and then paste it.
Yeah, that's what you do, isn't it? But you see, here today, our designers are going to share with you what are the do's and don'ts. For example, here the logos. These are the logos that you can use. Okay, there are a few types here. So you can choose which is suitable for your own use. Next one, please. Yes. Now, when you are placing the logos on your posters or your slides or your agenda, you must make sure you have clear space and follow the size requirements. All these are very important, okay? Especially the size. Sometimes the logos are stretched, which I'm going to share in the next slide. There are a few examples. I think you can just go back after this. Just go back to your clubs and check all the agendas or check the posters. You might, or if you're already on your laptops, right? Just quickly just check out in your clubs the past agendas or posters that you have made. You might find something different. Oh, this wasn't right. I should have done it better. So this is how you can check. Okay. So the logo lookups and the variants here. So the different types over here. Again, the designers will share to you more. Moving on. So you see, when I mentioned to you, yes or no, okay, the logo, the yeses and the no-nos, okay, you must remember the no-nos most importantly. You can't place a logo stretched to the right, to the left, and so broad. It's just nice, okay? The logo size should be just nice as how it is portrayed over there on the screen. Don't worry, you can always Google, I think as I've shared, you can just Google for brand manual and there's everything's over there. Moving on. Logo placement. One second. Logo placement on photography. Now, can I just quickly ask someone in here? Okay, logo placement on photography. Can you do it or not? Chandiran. Yes, Chandiran. How about this? What do you think about logo placement on photography, Chandiran?
I think it's correct.
Can?
Yep.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. So you see, you can use the logos on photographies as long as it is not covering anyone's pictures or is not covering any content. For example, you can see here, it's on a blank space over there, the black screen, you can see, right? So you can place, but make sure, yes, it must contrast. Don't make it camouflage with the background. Or just say it's very messy background and then you place a logo. I find it no purpose at all doing so. So you must make sure that the logo placement is proper on the photography, especially when you have some programs, you know, there are collaborators. They request you to use the logo on their posters. Now, let me just ask Kingston. Is Kingston still there? How about that placement, Kingston, on a collaborator's poster? Can we do that, Kingston?
Which one? The
logo placement on any posters, maybe with our collaborators. Is that a yes, yes, or no, no? Or what do you think?
Ken, I think.
Okay, excellent, Ken. So you can place the logos on a collaborator, provided that it has to be at different position. Yes, different sides. For example, just say our Toastmasters logo is on a top, the collaborators can be at the bottom, or it has to be on different places so that we can't say, oh, Toastmasters logo is the biggest. No, make sure you work with your collaborators and say, this is our brand and we have to follow our guidelines. So do not put the Toastmasters logo jumble up with all the other logos or the supporting partners. Okay, you must make sure you have the contract and the placing of the logo. Again, the designer will share with you later. Moving on. Fonts. Okay, here we go. Very quick quiz here. Fonts. What are the fonts that you can use in our design? Chin. Simsu Chin. Yes. Do you know what? I'm going to target a few VPRs here. Target. What are the fonts, Sim? No clues, please. Okay, Charles, you just killed
Gotham and Gotham is one of it, and Monstrat.
Not Monster. Is it Monster?
Sorry.
Montserrat.
Montserrat.
Yes, lucky she didn't say monster. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Next slide. Here you go. Well done, Sim. Well done. So fonts that you can use is, okay, the Gotham Myred Pro. The alternatives are Montserrat and Source Sans Pro. The usages, okay, that's why I say it's very important for you all to stay for the designing session, because the designer is going to share with you all these tips and tricks. Next slide, please. Here, these are one of the most important part, I would say, because I keep on asking, getting a lot of questions. And before I move on, any questions so far? Lucky, okay, Lucky? Okay, any questions so far from the part of the logos and everything, the colors? Any questions so far? I think VPR shouldn't have any issues, but the rest of y'all, if you have any questions, please feel free to type in the chat box, okay? Now, images, photography, and video guidelines. Let's see what we have here. Thank you, Esa. Images and photographies, the do's. Now, you can see 6 different images over there, and 6 images represent something very important. Now, the first picture. Can I just quickly call Irene? You're still there. I can see the bunny moving. Irene, you're there, Irene? Irene, you're there? Okay, Irene is not me. Okay, Irene, she's there. So you see, the first image here shows engagement. Okay, so when you are doing your posters, what you can also include is, depending on your theme or your topic, make sure it is aligned with your content. You want to have the meeting. So you see, engage, right? How? So this picture, when you put it in the poster, it will show the engagement part. So when people say, hey, I want to attend this session, how do I do it? Here you go, okay? Engaging. So they say, oh, it looks very engaging poster. I want to attend this meeting, this session. Second one's empowered. You see the gestures that the person is using, It shows that you're empowering someone to speak, and then pointing someone, okay? All these gestures shows that you are being empowered. Next, presentation. Welcome to my club meeting. I'm going to share about this. For example, when you have the speaker's picture and then the presentation. So these are the sample images here. Next is supportive. Perhaps you're going to come up with a poster for mentor-mentee. Put up a poster, a picture which represents that. You know, you don't put this coaching for mentor-mentee. Can you imagine, Chandran, you put this image and then you're telling them workshop for mentor-mentee. Do you think the people who sees this want to attend? You're pointing and no, I'm not going to go. So it's very important for you to use the correct images or photos, right? Supportive. Next one is meeting. Now, most of us are still in Zoom, but many of us have already gone to physical meetings, and there are some still in hybrid meetings. So depending on that. Next is the speech contest. I'm sure many of you have just watched or saw the highlights of our speech contest for World Champion Speech Contest. You can use images of those contestants if you manage to get their consent as well and put in here. Now, I'm going to just share a fun fact here very quickly. The time is already green. It's already green light now. We are coming up with something fun in our District 102's PR team. We are going to give, or we're going to have photo shoot, right? So we're going to call upon the models in Toastmasters. They should be Toastmasters because we want to include the images in our website. And when you want to do your poster, just go to the website, click on the stock images, the photo gallery, and you can download. And I would encourage each and every one of you in your clubs. Come on, every one of you have a handphone, right? Some of you are very super cool handphones, clear. Use those handphones, click the pictures of your friends, of your members, having a meeting, presenting. Use those images in your posters. Why? You connect better. When your members, hey, my picture is here. And then the friend will call a few more friends. Hey, I'm speaking, come and join my meeting. And that's when we achieve our vision as well, right? Getting more members joining our club because we Toastmasters are super cool. So D102 PR team is going to come up with those photo sessions. And if you wish to be our model, come for our audition, okay? Just give me a call, just text me and you can come for our audition. So moving on to the next one. These are the do's. What are the don'ts? You can just quickly type in the chat box. Be honest. If you don't want to, it's okay. How many of you still putting in or, you know, including images that you can see on the screen? I still see. Yes, sometimes. No, Rati, it's okay. You can just close one eye. It's quite difficult for me to close one eye lately because being the DPRM, I have to be careful. But at the same time, yes, I don't want to be nosy. What I do, I take it offline. I text the person, hey, you know what? I'm a good friend. You're a good friend. But these images, these pictures, especially children pictures or the clip art cartoons, it's not suitable. It's not brand compliant. Can you please, yeah, you must remember this. You have to be brand compliant. What are the pictures? It can be sensitive sometimes, you know. So you can't put somebody else's picture. Yes, it's time to use Asian people as images. I agree with that. That's why I'm coming out with that idea. We're going to do a photo shoot. Okay, so stay tuned. So be mindful, be careful with the images. You can tell me, it's my club meeting. I'm doing a presentation on food and you expect me to come out. Yes. If it's your club meeting, it's your presentation, you can feel free to post whatever you want as long as you don't share it on your Facebook platform. Why? Again, it's the Toastmasters International branding. Because people will just see, and then they just copy. And that's where it gets duplicated. If she can post, why not me? So when you do it right, sometimes, you know, being the eldest, you have to behave yourself. Only your siblings follow. So the same thing here. You are the brand ambassadors. So please, please, please try to not do this. Okay. the landscape mode, the food and food appliances, children, animals, medicine, architecture, clip arts, cartoons. Try not to use this. If you are using it, then, okay, Western out. John Khalid is exceptional. Okay, we love him. Okay, so be very careful using these images. Next slide, please. I'm going to run through very quickly. So these are the video guidelines. We have the video man in our team today. Stay tuned. His session is towards the last. Okay, so you have to stay and see how you can use these videos. And he's going to share more how to create the video using these guidelines. Okay, and from the start to the end. Moving on, next slide. I hope it's cool. Yes, mine's more to facts and figures and everything. I'm trying to keep up with all of you. So far, okay, good. Yellow light already, going to be timeout. Okay, so written permission is very important. Okay, no infringement. That's why when the video is ready and everything, it's very important. You all can see down there. Zijan can just highlight that. If you have questions, please email to brand team. Okay, please, anything, VPRs, especially those of you who are here, please, 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 if you have any questions, please go to your president and check with your president because the hierarchy is there. We are more than happy to assist you all, but let's follow, right? You can check with your president. President will be checking with your area directors. From area directors to the division directors. And really you need something, then we will come and assist you, right? Because the area directors, division directors are doing a superb job in sharing all these information. So please follow them and get back to them. Moving on very quickly. Yes, the trademark request. You can have your merchandises. Okay, you can have, okay, I want to print, I want to give pen as a gift for my area contest. Yes, you can, but please make sure it's authorized. Write into TI and get the permission, approval, only then you can able to do it. Moving on. Next slide, please. Corporate clubs guidelines. Yes, for corporate, it is a bit different because you have your corporate and then you have the Toastmasters. So it's very important when you are using the Toastmasters logo and the corporate logo, make sure it's not side by side. It's like this. Toastmasters, corporate logo. Okay, that's never side by side. And then moving on. Policy intellectual, like I mentioned to you, there are a lot of documents. I'll be sharing resources. You can check it out later. It's all in the brand manual, by the way. Moving on. So these are the links. Okay, you can just screenshot this and then you can share it to your fellow Toastmaster members. Okay, these are few resources. There are many. Just whenever you have the time, log into your portal. Just play around, move around, just check out things. If you still need any assistance, again, we are here to assist you if you really need us. If not, Toastmasters International website has tons and tons of them. Just key in. Next one, please. We're almost done. Yes. Individually, we are one drop. Together, we are an ocean. That's what Satoru said. And I truly agree with this. So we are here. We're going to learn about Toastmasters International branding, the do's and don'ts, the benefits, the colors, and how to be creative. That's the most important thing. Being a Toastmaster is fun. Right, people? Yes? Can I see the smile? Have fun. Have fun creating something that you really love. So I would say always have fun because our founder, Ralph Sisbetli, said, we learn best. Can you unmute yourself and shout out this place? We learn best in the moments of
enjoyment.
Yes.
Enjoyment.
We learn best in the moments of enjoyment. So why be serious? Just relax. There's ups and downs. But remember, follow DTI branding. Okay? Any question and answers, anybody? Next slide. I think that's the question and answers, right, Zijan? Okay, the time's up for me. It's already a red light here. So now I would like to pass the control to our Toastmaster of the day, If you do have anything, just type out, okay? And let's reach out. Thank you very much. And back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Nurul Nasrul.
Thank you so much to our first speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Ratipriya Balsan, for that amazing insight of our Toastmasters International Branding Guidelines. So now you guys already know, or at least know where to find all that information and help yourself as well as your club members to ensure that you follow the guidelines. Our next speaker will be talking about designing with Canva. Canva is such a fave nowadays that it's easy to use, but sometimes you're not so sure how to use it. So our next speaker, who is the current art director of District 102 Public Relations team, has 38 years experience in the creative industry. He is a guest artist at University Sultan Zainal Abidin from 2017 to 2021 in the Faculty of Informatics and Computing. He has conducted numerous workshops for photography, videography, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and now Canva. Let us welcome the author of the Designing Book in Malay, Graphic Design A to Z, Innovative Planning 5, Tolaha Muda. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Nurul. Nurul, can you please highlight me and timer? Okay, may I share the screen first? Huh? Okay, I hope you can see the screen. Okay, before I go further about Canva, why I'm using Canva? Okay, before this, like Nurul have explained to all of you, that I'm involved with many types of software and photography and to make a beautiful design. But after I found Canva, right now I almost stopped to use Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. Concentrate only on Canva. Why Canva? The question is why Canva? Okay, I'm start using Canva in last year, October last year. So why Canva? Okay, Canva for me is like handphone, you know, because before this, before you use handphone, we use calendar, watch, calculator, camera, planner, and all of that. Now, all of those things become non-exist. So all in the handphone. So it's the same with Canva. You can do anything just in a minute, just using Canva only. So today I will teach you how to use Canva, and you can know the secret of why people are using Canva now, not other software. So Canva divided by two versions. One is free version, and the other one is pro account. Pro account, the cost is only 249 yearly. So I advise you to go for the pro because there's so many things in the pro account, and people who use the pro account also can have a team. You can add 5 members in your team. So it means that if you are parents and you want you buy the pro account, you can add your son, daughter to use your account. And one more thing is that the pro account has millions of images and templates and also illustration. So even though even though Toastmaster don't allow to use cartoon, but you can use to other job. Okay, this is Canva, like you see. Okay, here, when you can see there, this is what you can do: whiteboards, presentation, social media, videos, print product, marketing, and more. What is that? More. Okay, you can see there, infographic. You can do infographic, photo collage, desktop, graph, book cover, and so many things. Even you want to produce a ticket, also you can use Canva. Okay, here are the templates that you can see here, templates. And let's say today we want to make a poster. Okay, I just type poster. Okay, then which poster you want? A movie poster, school poster, event poster? Okay, let's say I want to choose event poster. Okay, this is the template of event poster. And you can filter it. You can filter it whether you want to, it's modern poster. Okay, this is a modern poster. And what is the theme you want? You want event. So this is the event poster with the modern type. So it is easy for you to make your own, even though you are not graphic designer. Okay, I hope you can understand what I mean. Okay, then let's say I choose this poster. Okay, then okay, the poster will be like this, and you can change the type or the title of the poster. And when you click on the fonts, there is the font here, which you can change the font. Let's say I want change to Monstrat. Okay, this is the Monstrat font. And if you want to duplicate, the poster to make another poster, but with the same layout, you also can just use this symbol, duplicate, and it will change here. So this one you can change to another title or photo. Where to get photo? Okay, here like this, at the left corner, you just okay, at the elements, you just click there, and they will appear this a symbol. Then you choose photo. Okay, let's say that one is tennis. You want to change to football. And then a lot of picture that related with football. So let's say you pick this photo, and to make it as a background, you just right hand click and replace background. So it's very easy. And also you can here you can, let's say you change this this font to another font, and you can change this one alignment to left. Okay, let's see. This is not clear, so you can change the color. Let's say I take this color, and this one I change to football. Okay. Okay. So now you see this one use Monstrat, and this one is Antonio. Okay. Okay, I change this one to another font. I change to this one. Okay, let's say I want to change this font to Monstrat. So I go to here and change to Monstrat bold. Okay. If you okay, so if you have your own font, you can also upload your font here at the bottom. Yeah, you can upload your own font. Okay, actually, if you want to make the effects of the fonts, you can change here. You can click the effects, and you can just click this one, and okay, you can see how the effect change. Okay, if you want to put the background, also can. Then you can this background, you can change the color here. Okay, any color that you like. It's very interesting. Okay, and if you want make the font curve, also can go to the effect again. Okay, you see here curve. Okay, you just click curve, and you can control the roundness of the curve. And you also can control the transparency. Okay, if you don't want this background, you can click none. Okay, so I think you got you can experiment this type of special effect. Okay, the other one is you can animate. Okay, I delete this one. So go to this one. You can animate the poster, because before this, most of us just when you make a poster, just a plain poster without animation. So right now you can you can animate this poster. You just go to animate here. There are two types of animation. One is, okay, this one. You can animate the whole page. Okay, the whole page will animate. Okay, you can choose this one or this one. Okay, so this become very interesting. Okay, and number two, if you don't want to animate the whole thing, you can go by one. Let's say you want animate text. Okay, so you can see the text animation. The other one is page animation. This one is text animation. So when you click this one, okay, then you can see only text will move. Okay. You can also, if you have a slide, you can choose the first slide, maybe on enter, they will move on enter. And when the other slide, you can put on exit. So appear and vanish. If you have any question, you can ask. I can explain further. Let's see. The other one is photo. Let's say you want to search for the photo. You just go to the left corner. You click on photo, and straight away you can search what photo do you want. Let's say I want to search about public speaking. So there's a lot of public seeking photo. But now, what is the difference between pro account and free account? Okay, you can filter it here. Okay, you see what photo. If I want to search about public seeking, just using the free account because I don't have a pro account yet. Okay, I click free account and apply filter. So this is the free account photo that you can use. Okay, and what about pro account? Okay, when you click the pro account, you also can have the free account. So you have both free and paid. Okay, but the other one you can filter is you want cut out only. Okay, you cut out only. So okay, let's see the free account first. Huh? How many are there? Okay, apply filter. This is only that appear on free account. Okay, very little, only 4 only. But now I search for cut out only, but pro account. Apply filter. So you see the difference. This is the pro account with already cut. So you can use it. Okay, let's say I take this one. Okay, I can put this here. Push. I cannot move on. I cannot move. Okay, let's take this. I don't know why I cannot move. Okay, this are the sample. Okay, let's say you want another photo. Let's say I just put that man's photo. Men's, just put men. Okay. For easy, I delete this one. I delete all this. Okay. Now the big difference with when you use a free account and pro account. Let's say I take this photo. The pro account, you can edit the image and make it transparent. You just click there.
Tulaha, is it possible to do a meeting poster?
Okay, after this, I show you how to make a meeting poster.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to show a technical first. And then
Okay.
straight away I know. Okay, this is how easy you can cut the photo. So it's very easy for you to make a poster. Okay, now I move to how to make a meeting poster. Here I'm already make a sample. Let's say I want to create a KTXF club campaign poster. Okay, here you can see the down here notes. Okay, you can use the note. So you just put whatever details. So it's very easy. So you don't have to go to words and then paste here. No need. You just use these notes. Okay. let's say I take this one. Okay, I copy this one. Then for the text, you go to the text, and here is 3 category: heading, subheading, and for the text. So I just put text and I paste. So join the toast, and here okay, here I can make a line. Okay, let's say I align to the right. And to make it to adjust the leading, okay, I want to adjust the leading. I just take it here. Okay. And to change the font, I use the Monstruct Extra Bold. Then I can adjust it. Okay, before you make any other poster, you must make sure that you have a margin. To know where is the margin, you go here under File, and you see there, show margin. Okay, please do not exceed the margin, because if you exceed the margin, your poster will not good when you see from far. This is what we call safe area or breathing space. You must allow a white space here. Don't be too close. Okay, this is the heading. And now I want to make the subheading. Okay, just I take this, I copy this one. Okay, and then, okay, sorry. Copy this one, and for making easy, I duplicate this one. Okay, I duplicate. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I duplicate the text. Okay, I duplicate the text. Okay, and then select all, and I'm copy. I copy and change the to Monstruct Semi. I don't know why this happened, or sorry, one more.
Bodoh lah.
Okay, let's say I put like this. And the logo, I can get it here. You see, at the left, there is a logo there. So I can take a logo. For the pro account, you can have a brand. They call it, so you can already have your brand image there. Okay, so when I want to try to search the color of Toastmaster, it's already there. You see there, Toastmasters. Okay, and this one. Okay, I just blue. Okay.
Can I exit?
And then the text, I will take this one.
to see this.
Copy, and then go to text. Take this one and paste. Okay, and make it okay not. So make it left. Okay, just like that. And if you want to see whether it is straight or not, aligned or not, let's say this one is like this. Okay, you can select both and go to position and click left. All right. Or the other one is you can go to file and find rulers and guide. Then you just drag here. So you adjust it. And then to put the color, okay, you go there and take this color. Okay, if not clear, you can change the color to this color to happy yellow, and this one to maybe white color. Where is white color? Or gray. Okay, so this one is white. Okay, if you want to make it all caps, okay, you just change to all caps. Okay, and then you want to put the photo. Okay, you just go there and take the public speaking. Okay, just public speaking, and okay, let's say you want to take this photo. Okay, then you want to remove the background. You just go to background remover. Okay, like that. Okay, now this question is the background is not clear. So you go to the element where you can find this element, this circle, and you change the color to happy yellow and that there, and position you send backward. Okay. And here you can put the last one, you put the further information. You can copy this one by click on alternate and put it there and just paste it down here. And for further information, you can highlight it and make it italic. Okay. So this is how. Okay, now the other one is the name of the club. Okay, sorry, I forgot to put. Okay, here and change to color to white. KTXL. So in graphic design, you must do it well and neat. No, you just cannot simply just drag without without you concerned about the alignment. So the alignment plays an important role when you make a design. So your design will look very professional if you do it right. Okay, say So if you have any question, you can ask me and I'll answer. I think that's all for my session. Thank you very much.
Yes, please ask. You'll not give his time much. If you all still have any questions, please put in the Zoom chat. Later, you all can check as well. Okay.
Nurul, over to you.
Thank you to our second speaker, Tolaha, for that awesome session on Canva design. See, now everybody can be a great designer using the right tools and tips and techniques. Okay, now it's time for a short break. Before we go for break, let's take a group photo. So I would like to encourage all of you to switch on your videos so that we can have your beautiful faces documented today. Thank you. Matthew, can you switch on your video, please? Promise, if your network is okay already, maybe you can switch on your video too. Okay, everybody, Jolene, Craig, John and Fatima. Oh, Jamila cannot on video. It's okay. Can I see who else are on the third page? Chris, Arnie, Tan, Amara, Jocelyn, Kanish, Robert, Estelle, Emily. Can you please switch on your videos, please, so that you can have your pictures taken? Nicole, can we have your video on, please? Thank you. Charles, can we have your video on, please? Pretty, Chen, everybody. Okay. Now we're gonna have the help from our SAA Teresa to quickly take the photo. Everybody, please do not use the chat function for now so that we will not have the chat interframing the photos. Over to you, Teresa, to take the photos.
Ready, guys? Let's take the first page of the screens. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Let me paste to somewhere. Now going to the second page. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Yeah, I saw someone press the heart shape. If you like, you can press a heart shape or any reactions. And go on to the third page. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. And a heart share and a thumbs up. Wow, very nice. Let's move on to the last page. Okay, ready, guys. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now 10:55 a.m. and we are going to be going for a short break. We will come back at 11 a.m. for our next speaker. Thank you.
Well, those of you who would like to stay on and chat, you're most welcome to. I'll be more than happy to chat with you. Let's see, who do we have who is still here?
Yes, yes.
Our district director is still here. Fantastic.
Yes. We also have our DTM Lee Mengzi in here.
Okay, our past district director Lee Mengzi. Yes, excellent. How are you, Mengzi?
Not too well yet, I guess. She looks not.
She's unmuting. She's unmuting.
Okay, I can see Amy Wong and so many others.
How are you, Mingzi, today? How are you today?
Can't hear her.
How are you?
We can't hear you, Mingzi.
Mingzi, I think your mic got some problem.
I've spotlighted, but unfortunately we can't hear you.
We normally hear Mingzi. What today cannot hear you?
Today, unfortunately.
The voice.
That's okay. We'll look for someone else here now. Who is here? Amy Wong.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. Where are you from, Amy?
I'm from Kuala Lumpur.
Which club are you from?
Grand Thornton, Malaysia.
Grand
GTM.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I had someone working there. I think he's just left.
Auditor?
Auditor, yes, in the audit line, yes.
I see.
Yes.
Hi, Paramis, my ex-colleague. Whoa, you are distinguished Toastmaster. Where are you now, Paramis? In Malaysia?
Hi, Amy. I didn't know you were a Toastmaster.
Yeah.
I remember inviting you to Summit Toastmasters Club.
Oh,
And
long time
when
ago.
and when you stood up to speak, you were absolutely nervous. You're completely changed now. That meeting is so vivid in my mind.
Oh, I don't
But I'm not going to talk about it.
So, are you in Malaysia now?
Yes, I'm here. Got caught by the pandemic.
Yeah. Liwa also our ex-colleague.
Yes. Which club are you with?
This Grand Thornton, Malaysia. Yeah, I'm one of the pioneer. It's an audit firm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where is this club?
Sheraton Hotel. Jalan Soda Ismail.
If you're having a virtual meeting, give me a buzz.
No, you are attached with which club?
I'm with a Tamil Toastmasters club.
Oh, I thought that I'm looking for joint meeting, you know.
No, you can't with us. But you could have a joint meeting with Clang Bilingual. I'm helping that club as well.
Oh, I see. Then we can keep in touch.
Yeah, why not?
Wow, isn't it amazing how you get in touch with people after so long in a workshop?
That's right, Radhi.
This is Sajini here.
Yeah, the thing is Toastmaster connects and sometimes we will be surprised to see our friends, hey, I invited you, didn't come and you are here now. But
no, I couldn't make it when you invited me, but maybe in a later meeting when you're having a virtual, I will.
Great. Okay. I saw quite a number of them have join us from all over around, right? From because we also posted few posts. I think it was shared. So thanks all of you who have shared our event today, and a huge time difference as well. I think anyone, yes, Estelle, and I saw Craig. Craig was very active in the Zoom chat. Can I see Craig? Oh, he's not camera ready. New term, Sajini. Not
Amy, what days are your club meetings, Amy?
Second Wednesday. Yeah.
I would be happy to do a joint meeting with your club, but we do it on Tuesdays.
Oh, I see. You are from which club?
USJ Toastmasters.
Okay. We have one lunch meeting, and the third Wednesday we have evening meeting.
I will drop my number to you, and then we can connect separately.
Yeah. Okay.
Time is
fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nurul, you're muted, darling.
Teresa?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my background is fronting. It's not working properly. It's starting to show so many things behind me you guys not supposed to see. One of it is this, my trusted spray bottle. Okay, it's already 11:01. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call you back into the room to start our second portion of the workshop. All right. We are going to go straight to our third speaker of the day. Can we have the share screen, please? Thank you. Okay, our third speaker of the day is going to walk us through the process of PowerPoint design. This special speaker is imported all the way from District 82. We have with us here a former District 82 Division B Design Evangelist and the current District 82 Division F Assistant Club Growth Director. He is a cricket player and he is very, very expert in designing using PowerPoint. I present to you Leadership Development for Muhammad Yasir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the day, and I hope I'm audible enough and visible to everyone.
Yes, you're okay.
All right, awesome. Very good morning to you all the way from Sri Lanka, and it's 8:30 here, and I think it's 11 over there. So we all are enjoying a bright new morning, I believe. All right, so let me get on to the session. So Zoom Master, can I please can I be given permission to share my screen? Thank you very much. Fine. So today this session is going to be a hands-on session. So whoever has a laptop with you, a computer with you, you can open PowerPoint and maybe you can try out few things with me along with me so that we can keep it quite interactive. And it would be better if you have the latest version of PowerPoint with you so that it's going to be an experience for you when you try things with me while I do the designing. So what I'm planning on doing here is to convince you about how powerful a tool PowerPoint can be. Now, PowerPoint is a tool which we all have in our PCs, in our laptops, in our office computers, at our home computer, inside our home computers. We just use it for presentations. That's it. It's such a simple tool which is undervalued, underused, and underexplored. Now, when I was asked to become the VPPR of our club back in 2019, I didn't know anything about designing. All I knew was to draw some circles and straight lines and put fonts in PowerPoint. But I was not scared because I had the passion for designing. I wanted to learn, I wanted to grow, and I did not know any advanced softwares like Photoshop or Illustrator. I knew with PowerPoint I could do some basic designs, but when I started exploring it, I was mind blown. And today I'll share a bit of that experience with you all. I have just 1 hour. PowerPoint is an ocean. You're going to drink just a cup of that today, and let your creativity and your passion lead your way through it. Right? Fine. So if you don't mind, can I see a raise of hands if we have any new VPPRs over here? Any new VPPRs or anyone who has taken up designing lately as any budding new blossoming designer? Any raise of hands, anyone? All right, I don't see any hands going up. Oh, yeah, I see a lot of hands going up. Awesome, right? I see a few hands going up actually. All right, great. So it doesn't matter whether you're a VPPR or not. PowerPoint we can use PowerPoint for several different things. I'll let you in for some. I designed my wedding card invitation in PowerPoint. I do posters for my cricket club in PowerPoint. I do all my work, literally every designing work on PowerPoint. So let's see how it goes today. So first of all, let me share my screen and show you a few things regarding what I have in store for you. First, I'm going to share my desktop, so it will be easier for me to show everything. Rati, I hope you can see my screen, right? You can see my window. Yes, cool. So
Yes,
what I
you can
have here is I have already prepared a folder for today's workshop. Where is that? Designing flyer, and you see District 102 workshop, August 22, because I already did one workshop before with all you wonderful Toastmasters. Right, so today I have to first, I want to first take you through some of the work I did on PowerPoint in the recent times, and I'll show you that now this is not about just PowerPoint, it's about PowerPoint designing for Toastmasters. So DTM Rati did a wonderful session on branding. So the restrictions we have in branding, but sometimes with those restrictions, the things we can do, now we have a limit, yes, I totally agree with that, but isn't it fun to explore what we can do within that limit? Let me show you a few of my works from the recent times. All right, so let me just quickly share my screen. Right, so these are a few of the flyers I did for pathway achievements of our club. Like, now I'm not a VPPR of the club. I was a VPPR 3 years back, but still I have not given up on designing flyers whenever our VPPR is busy, because I want to keep those creative juices flowing. You need to keep in touch, otherwise you will lose touch and it will be a big loss. So these are a few of the posters I did using only PowerPoint. Trust me, only PowerPoint. It goes on like this. Right, so I know I would love to show you show these things to you slowly, but we have only 1 hour, and this is the poster I did most recently, the poster I did yesterday. Today we will be having the meeting. I have to run to our Toastmasters meeting just after finishing this session. So this is the latest poster I designed, and this is what you can do with PowerPoint. Fine, so these are a few of the posters I designed, and this was the Moments of Truth poster last year, and this is the Moments of Truth poster this year. Fine. So why the reason for sharing all these things is the concept you need to work when you design when you do any design. Now you could be a person who designs in Toastmasters showed us the magic in Canva, how we can create posters. Now before you design a poster, always have a plan, always have a concept, always try to convey a message through your posters. Now that's what I do. I take my time, sit down in my head. If not, I take a piece of paper, I plan my design and what kind of message I want to project, what kind of creativity I want to project. I plan it, and then I'll just show you. And one of my friends in one of the designing groups asked me, DM me and asked me, how do you find inspiration for your posters? Now this poster, I'll just show you. This poster you see in the middle says yummy, right? I really like that template. You see just some word on top and you have a nice picture. That poster inspired me, this small inspired me to do this. Oh, sorry, hold on. It inspired me to come up with, this design. You see? So you see that part, you see that image at the bottom, and then you see the font. So that is how I sometimes find inspiration. This was changed to this. So it comes with experience, it comes with passion, it comes with the time you spend designing. And this is another poster I just want to show you. The theme was colors of life. And then I wanted to design a poster. Then I chose the 4 colors of Toastmasters to show that those 4 colors are actually colors of life. And I have used all these colors to show what those colors represent. Right. So this is how the thinking process goes on. And this is another flyer I did for another club for their pathways completion. So these are the flyers I did for our club's pathway completion. These are the flyers. This is the flyer I did for another club's pathway completion. So what I'm trying to tell you is a few things to understand here. PowerPoint can take you to wonderful places. See these designs. My friends refuse to believe that these were done in PowerPoint. And the other thing, the thinking process. Always try to think out of the box. Always, try to do something unique. Fine. So this is what PowerPoint. This is what you can do with PowerPoint. Few of the examples. Now, within the next 50 minutes or so I have left, I'll try to show as many tricks as possible on PowerPoint, and let's see how much we all can learn. Right. Now, with that being said, let's open the PowerPoint. Just right, fine. So this is the poster I've been designing. I've been preparing for our session. I wanted to do something new for our session. Right. So how did I find the inspiration for this? I saw this wonderful basketball poster. I hope you all can see. It looks nice, doesn't it? It looks nice. Awesome. It's like super catchy, super cool. So the way they have used the font behind and everything, I thought, why can't we do this for a Toastmasters flyer? But the problem I have is we have restricted fonts, we have restricted colors, we have to use particular images. Fine. So I just wanted to give it a try, and this is what I came up with. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the basics in PowerPoint as to how you can design these things. So today you will be learning few things. One, how to add fonts with different variations into PowerPoint, how to add shapes into PowerPoint, and how to add gradient for both the shapes and the fonts. All right. And then yes, basically, and how to add pictures to PowerPoint. And so there are certain times where we need to edit those pictures to make them a little bold and little punchy. So I will be teaching you that as well. And I'm kind of planning to show you another poster as well. Now this is the poster. For example, now the contests are coming up. I think we will be having the evaluation and humorous speech contest, so we can prepare for that. And after the contest, we always announce the winners. So I was planning another flyer for the winners as well. So in this flyer, I thought of showing you again gradients and some other options you have on PowerPoint, transparency and all those options. So let's see how it goes, and let's see how far we can go. Right, first, to start with, once you open PowerPoint, I'm using the latest, I think it's the 2019 version of PowerPoint, and I would highly recommend you to use one of the latest versions of PowerPoint, because the latest versions of PowerPoint have so many beautiful features. I'm really looking forward to the next session, which will be done by Toastmaster Robert, and he'll be explaining how you can use PowerPoint for video creation. And video creation in PowerPoint was taken to another dimension because of the features we have in the modern PowerPoint, modern versions of PowerPoints. So I highly recommend you, if you can go for a version after 2016, I think you can explore a lot. Fine. So first and foremost, the Toastmasters colors, they are very important. So let me quickly explain. Now you see I have this color palette prepared already. I have this color palette prepared already, and I always have it in my desktop. Whenever I need it, I will have my desktop and will quickly copy it into PowerPoint. Okay, quickly copy it into PowerPoint, and I will have it. Now, how do we prepare a palette like this? Let me quickly show you. So you go to insert, and then you add. You go to insert here on top, and you have the shapes, right? So you add a small shape, maybe a square, whatever it is you like. For a change, just add a a circle, right? So I'm going to add a circle. If you want to draw a perfect circle, you press shift and then you draw a circle. It will be a perfect circle. Otherwise, if you try to draw it normally, what happens is sometimes you might not get it to the perfect proportion. See, it goes everywhere. If you want a perfect circle, press shift and drag it. You get a perfect circle. All right. Yeah. So now I have the circle. Now I need to fill that circle with the brand colors. Now I have already opened the brand manual, as you all can see. Here's the brand manual, and these are the colors. DTM Rati showed us all these things. So these are the colors, and you have all these color code, hexagonal codes, if not the RGB codes. If not, you can add these to do PowerPoint in several ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this one. I'm using a Mac, so in Mac we can take a screenshot like this. In Windows also you can use a snipping tool or whatever it is. You take a screenshot, capture it, and then you quickly put that picture here. Ta-da, we have all the information we need. Then what you do is you select that and then you go to shape format. You will have all the options you need to edit that shape. Let's get rid of the outline. This is called shape outline. So let's give no outline. It doesn't have an outline. Then if you want to fill this, you can do it in different ways. Now you go to shape fill, go to more fill colors, and there you have options. You can add your RGB scale or whatever it is. Yes, or else what I do normally is in PowerPoint I use the, what do you call this, stopper tool. I can't exactly remember the name. This eyedropper, exactly. Thank you very much for that, eyedropper tool. So you go to this and you click on that, and then you click OK. Then your circle will be in maroon color, and then you make a copy of that. You can make a copy in different ways. Control C, Control V. I'll teach you another technique. You click on this, you press Control and you drag it. You see, you get a copy and you leave it. Okay, but when you press Control and drag it, you can take it anywhere you want. But let's say you want to drag it perfectly horizontally or vertically. You click on that, you press Control and Shift. You press Control and Shift. Then you can make a copy only either horizontally or perfectly vertically. Right, so I'll do it to make a copy horizontally, and then what do you do next? You go to shape fill, go to more fill colors, go to the eyedropper tool, add the color, and click OK. Then you have all the colors. You have the colors, right? So what you can do is you can keep doing that. Let's say you make other colors as well, and then we have the gradients these days. So go to the brand manual. See, these are the gradients, and gradients are lifesavers because gradients give that punch look. Back in the days when the gradients were not there, I feel very sad about it. Sometimes I cheat a little and add a little bit of gradient here and there, but now we don't have to cheat. We can use gradient generously and make our designs look awesome, right? So you can do the same thing, and you can create your own gradient, and then you will select all that, right click, and you can save it as a picture. You save it as a picture and maybe a desktop or wherever it is, and then you will have your color palette ready, and that's what I have done here. So if you are a Toastmasters designer, this color palette is a must. You should have it always with you. So it's ready. Good. And what you see on top are the primary colors. What you see on top are the primary colors, and at the bottom you see the gradients: the blue gradient, the maroon gradient, and the gray gradient, the lifesavers. All right, so they are ready for us. Now we have to decide on the size of the flyer you're going to design. Nowadays, mostly people are on Instagram and Facebook. Literally every information is shared through social media: WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. So we design usually for social media, and so we know if the design is a square, it will not be cut off. Those parts will not be cut off when you post them on social media platform. So an ideal design template or design layout, the ratios for a Toastmasters posters would be 1:1, a square shape. If not, you can go with the other post I have here. I have planned this in 4:5. 4:5. That is also fine, but first let's start with the 1:1 poster. So how do we get this template? For that, what you do is you go to design, and under design we have this option. Where is that? Slide size. You go to slide size, go to page setup, and then you go to custom, and then you go to custom, yes, and then you add the width and the height. I normally work with larger widths and larger. So when you say 50 centimeter, it's about this. 50 centimeter, it's about this. So larger your poster size is, greater will be the quality. If you make your poster size smaller, the quality will diminish when you save it. So it's better to have a larger dimension. So if it is 1:1, you go with 50 centimeter. If not 40 centimeter, 40 centimeter. It's up to you. I normally go with 50 to be on the safe side. and you press OK. But now I'm using a Mac, so Mac doesn't give you trouble. It tolerates all the load we give it. It endures all the load we give it. But if your laptop can't take too much load, then you might have to reconsider the size, maybe 30 centimeter, 30 centimeter. You can decide that, because sometimes I have experience in my previous laptop. PowerPoint can crash if your poster size is too big. So let's be mindful about that. But this one is fine. I'm going with 50 and 50. So I have my what do you call that, board ready. It's empty, nothing there. Now let's let our creativity flow. Now here you can see I have included the information. This is a basic poster, to be honest, because when you want to do a very creative work, it will take time. Sometimes we do a little today, then you go back to that next day and do it. So today I used some basic poster. So the information, the club's name, the other information about the club, and the main message you want to deliver. When someone sees the poster, the first thing they see on the poster should be the main subject. So when you open this poster, I wanted them to see that it's about the international speech contest. So I wanted to make it catchy and bold. So that's why I chose this one. And I wanted to try something new here, because normally we always add capital letters. We take simple letters for granted, don't we? We take simple letters for granted, but if simple letters are used properly, they look very nice. They look very creative, don't they? See? So I wanted to try this out. Now we have to work with our limitations and let our creativity flow. I have used Gotham font. I have used white color for the font, and you can see the colors in the background are TI colors. So no brand violation whatsoever here. If there's any brand expert and if you notice any brand violation, please feel free to let me know in the chat, or you can unmute and tell. I'm totally fine. I'll be totally fine with that, because I am someone who considers branding sacred. I never want to violate it. I will never want to violate it. Right, fine. So first of all, let me show you. I have added a, what do you call that? An outline, haven't I? I have added an outline. So how do we do that? I need an outline, and in the outline you see there is a gradient, nice beautiful gradient on the outline, and always use gradients, because gradients add that little punch. I'll show you the contrast when you use a gradient and when you don't use the gradient. So what we do is to add the outline, you can go to insert and you can go to shapes, and there you see this, don't you? I think it's called frame. Then you click on that, and then like I said, press shift and drag it. Get that here. I think the thickness is a little too much, so let's reduce the thickness using this yellow color point. This is good. And you see, I don't know whether you will be able to see, there are outlines which we don't want. So you click on that. When you click on that, you will get the option called shape format. You click on that, and then in that you have all the options you need to change. So this stands for shape outline. This is shape fill. So you go to shape outline, give no outline. So now it doesn't have any colors. And then what I do normally is I click on this, and I click, I right click on it. I right click on it and I go to format shape. I right click on it and I go to format shape. And then under fill, let's go for a gradient fill. Okay, let's go for a gradient fill, and then all the automatic gradient is already applied. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, there are gradient stops here, 1, 2, 3, 4 gradient stops. Let's really limit that to 2 gradient stops. And you can see the bottom part is a darker color and the upper part is a lighter color. Let's add a solid fill first of all. Let's add that gray output. Now I already have the colors, so that I'm going to use them. If not, you click on this, you go to eyedropper, you click on that gray, and see this is the outline. If you do not use the gradient, it is I mean, for me it's somewhat boring, isn't it? Somewhat boring. Now let's see how we can make it interesting. Go to gradient fill. Then you have the 2 stops. You select this one and you pick the color from here, and that is this color. This is this color, the off-white color in gray gradient. I pick that, and for the other gradient I pick the gray one, which is I believe this one. Right. Click OK and you have it. See, looks awesome, doesn't it? Oh, sorry. So this is with the gradient, and the other one, the previous one, was without the gradient. So that's what I said. I personally love gradient, and I hope you will also love gradient. When you add gradient, it gives that little punch to your poster. And then let's see how we can add these topic, or else maybe we can start from a corner. Let's add the icon. I love this icon for some reason. I don't know, the Toastmasters icon logos. I love this one. I don't know, for some reason I really love this one. It has all the colors. It represents the essence of Toastmasters. So I most of the times go with that logo. You can choose whatever the logo you like. You put it here, and then you use the diagonals, please. Don't use this. Now, DTM Rati explained us, do not distort logos because that's a brand violation. So to avoid that, what you can do is you can use these diagonals. When you change the color, when you change the size, the proportions do not change. So the ratios do not change. Then you put the, what do you call that? Logo wherever you want, and make sure there is enough clear space around the logo for the logo to breathe. I think we have sufficient. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then we have to add text. For that, you go to insert. Now you must be noticing, you must be able to notice there are some icons here on top. They are shortcuts. I have added shortcuts. So what you also can have that shortcut. What you can do is, now for example, let's say I want shapes to be on my shortcut. You right click on it. Oh no, wait. Doesn't, oh no. In this one, it's a different one. I will talk about that later. If you go there, we might get distracted. So forget about the shortcuts for a while. I'll use the normal way. So you go to insert, and we want to add text box, right? You click on text box, you draw text box. So I want to add the name of my club. When you press Control E, the text will be justified. Control E, you know this. So the name of my club is Hill Capital Toastmasters. Hill Capital Toastmasters. That's the name of my club. And then you need to change the font. For that, when you install Gotham, if there's anyone who needs the link to download Gotham, or if you need the zip file, maybe you can contact me. I have it. When you download Gotham, it will give you versions of Gotham. So here, when you select Gotham, these are the versions of Gotham: the thin italic, the light one, the bold one, the ultra italic one, the black one. All these things we can use. Even in the brand manual, it is it's allowed. So we click black. So you see the font. The topic becomes nice, bigger, and then you can increase the font size maybe. Yeah, because we don't want to leave too much of white space. Right, done. So we have it here. And if you want to change now for example, if your text box is too small, then you get the fonts like this. So what you can do is you can press shift and press arrow, right arrow. It becomes automatically bigger. So it's easy for us. And then it's ready, Toastmasters. And now let's say I want to use a gradient for this one. Maybe this is a little too big. Yeah, okay, 58 would do, I believe. Yes. Right, so I have the first topic, and that is the name of our club. And let's say I want to add a gradient to the font. Okay, I want to add a gradient to the font. Now we learned how to add gradient to a shape. You go to fill and you go to gradient fill, done and dusted. And then you want to, if you want to add gradient to the font, what you can do is you can right click on it, go to format shape, and then go to text options. And there you have the solid fill. So see, if I change the solid fill color, the font color will change. But if you go to gradient fill, then you will have the options of gradient. So now I want to use the blue gradient. Then I'm gonna go with this. Now this I will choose the dark blue color. I'll use the eyedropper option, add the color. Okay, and for the other part, I'm going to go for that lighter blue version. Eyedropper, use the color. Okay, done. So I have this. And then if you want, you can change the angle here, the direction actually, the direction of how you're going to use the front, and maybe add a little bit, move this a little so that it gives that dark blue and light blue mix. It looks nice, doesn't it? Right. And then what I normally do is I just make a copy of this one. I make a copy of this one. You make a copy of this one down. It's easier. Otherwise, we have to type everything from the. You have draw a text box and repeat the process. Then I have added the area, division, and district information. For that, you can see I have used a lighter version of the font, lower thickness. So what you can do is you can select the font, Control A, and then you go to Gotham and go for light, Gotham light, which will give you a lighter version of it, thinner version of it, and reduce the font size maybe a little bit. Yep, and then you can add the area. What was area? Area 3, and we are from division F, and we are all the way from district 82, Sri Lanka and Maldives, district 82. right? Please be mindful about the spellings. That is a problem I also have, because when you type capital letters, what's the problem? The spell check does not suggest spelling mistakes. So it's always better to type simple area 3, okay, then division F, and then district 82, let's say, to avoid any spelling mistakes. Spelling no error shown. So what you can do, then you can quickly change it to capital. How do you do that? You have this option. You have this option. You have this option where you can change it. So you click on that, you give uppercase, everything turns capital, no spelling mistakes, everyone is happy. Correct? Yeah, fine, cool. Now we have the upper part designed, and then let's quickly go to the next part. That is the topic, which has to look bold and catchy. International Speech Contest. Right. So let's add that blue band first. How do you do that? You go to insert, you go to shapes, and then you add the shape like this. You add the shape like this. Shape is ready. Now I know I have intentionally added the shape over the outline. The reason is I want the shape to be always perfectly touching the outline. So what I do is sometimes it will be difficult to perfectly get it to the outline. So you put it a little bigger. You draw it a little bigger than the outline. Then you can always right click on that and say send to back. Then see it goes back. So you'll get it perfectly. Understood? Control Z. You right click on it, you send to back, so that it will go behind the frame. So there will be no, it will be neat. Correct? So first you have this ready, and then what is the height? I'm going to quickly check this one because we have to save time. So the height I have used for this one is how much? It says, can't see the height, come on, all right. It says 4.93 centimeters. So you work with that and you adjust the height. So I'll make it 4.93 centimeters, 4.93 centimeters. So I have my first option. And then what you do, you go to, you right click on it, and you go to format shape. I want to format and I want to add that blue gradient to it. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to gradient fill. Oh, sorry, I think I clicked the wrong one. I go to gradient fill. And since I already used the blue gradient for the font, it's already available. Lucky me, it's already available. So I'll leave it as it is. Good. And now I want to add this font, International Speech Contest. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy this once again. How do you copy it? Hope you can remember. Click on that, press Control, drag it to make a copy. And then let's select it. And let's change the font color to white, right? You can do it here also. If you want to just change the solid color, you can just change it here like we do normally. And then you put it on top of this. Nice. Right. Then you have to type in international, right? Cool. It's ready. And then I have to look what I've done. I have made sure that my band, the blue band touches the top and bottom of the font. So I have to increase the font size until that. And let's save time by using this. I have used 208 font size. So you select that and go to 208 font size. Okay, I know it's not, the text box is not big enough. Perfect. And then you lift it, adjust it, and you have it. I think this is a little too much, the font size. So let's reduce it a little bit. Nope, 190 maybe. Yeah, okay. 192 maybe. Right, cool. So I just want to add a little bit of creativity. I wanted this font to, like, the bottom part and all to be open like that, you see, L, I and all. So just a little bit of creativity there. You can choose your own version. If you don't like that, you can just leave it as it is. So you have international. Right? So then what you can do is, now I have first band ready, that is international, and then next I have to get that speech contest part. Then what you can do is, it's all about repetition, maintaining consistency. So what you can do is, you just make a copy of this, select everything, but to select both of them together, you can so you can just click here and drag, draw a box. So both of them are selected, and then what you can do is press Shift Control, like I taught you earlier, drag it down. It will give you a perfect copy. And like I said, now I want the blue, the blue I want the blue band to be behind. So you right click on it, send to back. So it goes behind, gone, right? Cool. And this one, the middle one, we want it to be yellow. The middle one, we want it to be yellow. The middle one, we want it to be yellow. So we click the middle one and we change it to yellow solid color. Unfortunately for yellow, we don't have gradient. So we can't use gradient for yellow. And this is the happy yellow. Done. And the middle part, oh, and see, I still have the outline, it seems. So we need to get rid of the outline. Hold on. I've forgotten to, why did I forget to get rid of the outline? Okay, never mind, wait. Right, okay, see, there is an outline which is ugly. So let's get rid of that. How do you do that? You, under format shape, there is line option. Go and say no line. The outline will be disappeared. And in the middle part, you see, I have speech. You know, click on that, type speech, and then what I've done is I just dragged it until that H and N were in one line. I don't know it. I like doing that. This is the first time I actually attempted it. For me, it looked cool. It's your choice. If you like it, use it. If not, it's all right. And then P was, there is P here. Just drag it a little down so that the P will be visible like this. Cool, isn't it? See, N and H, they look continuous. So it adds a little creativity. We are not violating anything. We are not violating the brand. We are not guilty of violating anything. So again, right, speech contest, we need a contest part. So I'll make a copy of that again. Down. Good. Control Shift drag. Click Control Shift drag. You get a perfect copy in the perfect line. So everything will be in one line. It's easy, hassle free for us. Now I want to add this gradient to this one. Now I'll send it back. So I'll click right, send it back, gone. And then this I have to add the gradient. Then I'll go to gradient fill, and I want to use the maroon gradient. So for that, more colors, eyedropper, go to maroon gradient. Okay. Go to the other one, eyedropper, go to the maroon gradient. Okay. Right. And since in international I have the darker side on the left, why don't we get the darker side on the right for speech? So for that, what you can do is you can go to direction, and you see here in this one, the darker side is on the right bottom corner. So I'll go over that. Yeah, looks fine to me. Yep, cool. And then you click on this and send it back. You can send it back, right click, send it back, done. And the last one is speech contest, I think. So contest. And I can remember aligning T and P, just like I did earlier. Cool, isn't it? Here. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying that continuation. It looks cool because in Toastmasters, it's very difficult for us to work with designs, come up with designs like that. But see, we have the option. If you have if you can see it, you can work with it. And then the bottom part, I will add like this to make it a little catchy. Done. So you have the international speech contest part. I hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Right. Let's explore. Trust me, I designed this just 2 days back. It just out of nowhere, it came to my mind. The very first time I've done many posters, but this is the very first time I got this idea. So it can come up with that. And the other thing, when we see certain cool ideas in posters, take a screenshot of that poster and store it. Now in my phone, I have so many such screenshots. Whenever I see a creative design, I always take screenshots. I hope you can see here. Just take some screenshots and keep it in your phone. No harm, right? So whenever you need some inspiration, you can use it. You don't have to copy the exact same thing. That's important. There's a fine margin between copying and taking inspiration from. So let's not copy the exact design. Let's take the inspiration and then let's use it in our designs with Toastmasters. Now, so we have the title ready, the top part ready, and we have to add the other information. The other information, by other information I mean we have to add the meeting details, the venue and all those things. For that also I thought of a different approach. We normally add those details at the bottom. This time you can see I have added them around that middle band. What kind of contest is that, the date and the time and the venue. Okay, so we'll go there and you can just, like I said earlier, you don't have to draw the text box again. You make a copy of this one, control, drag, you get the copy of that, and then you change. Now this, for this one, the alignment was just center text. this one now, since I'm going to put it on the left corner, I'll make the alignment left alignment. These things we know from words and everything. Now on top I had club level, so I'll add club level, and my letter is somewhat bold because I want it to be highlighted more, because yeah, and then I add it here. And why did I use, and see, now the band police will be pointing a gun on my head. Why is that? No enough, we don't have sufficient space around the logo. Right, let's drag it down before DTM Radhi shoots me. Done. See, I think it's fine. As you have club level, and then what you do is shift control drag, you get a copy of that perfectly horizontally. And then since I'm putting it on the right corner, let's add right corner. Done. Okay, I think I had added the date. Let's use today's date. This is a hypothetical contest anyway, so no harm. 27th August 2022. Cool. Right, so the reason for going with blue is to maintain consistency. The upper band is blue, so blue colors on top. And then let's make a copy of this. Shift control, drag it down. Don't forget the timing is important, right? So let's add 10 a.m. time, and we have to change the color of that. How do you do that? Go to font options, sorry, text options, and you can change the fill color. Now under text fill, I have chosen gradient fill, and under that you can change the colors, right? Dark maroon, light maroon. Done. 10 a.m. and then I will press Control Shift, drag it to the other corner, and right alignment. And here we have the venue, I believe it is Ceylon Electricity Board, Kandy. When we say CEB, everyone in Sri Lanka knows what it means. Ceylon Electricity Board, Kandy, right? That's it. Cool. So this is the outline. I hope it looks clear. And if let's say these two texts are not properly aligned for some reason, what you can do is you can select both of them. How do you select both of them? Click on this and then press Control and click on this. You go to shape format and there's an option called align. Click on that, and I want them to be aligned to the right side, so you click align to right. They will be perfectly aligned. I think I have somehow aligned them perfectly, and then you click these two, go to align, and you want to align them perfectly to the left. Done. Good. Right. So the poster is giving out the Toastmasters essence, and that's great. And now quickly, since we are running out of time, let me show you how to add pictures. And before adding pictures, now I have some pictures saved here to show you images. So these are the images I was planning on using. These images were taken during a speech contest. These images were taken during a speech contest. Whether I'm a VP or not, I always carry my camera with me for any Toastmasters event. It could be a meeting, contest, conference, TLI program, whatever it is. I always take my camera with me. And DTM Rati was suggesting us what kind of images we use. I use only images of my friends, of our club, because someone had suggested in the chat also, let's use images of Asian people. Now D102, it's a district for Malaysia. So if you use pictures of Malaysian people or Asian people, that will be, the audience will be able to connect more. So in my posters and in our club posters, we use our own pictures of our own members. And like I said, I always take my camera with me, and my friends and I, we take turns and click pictures, and we take it very seriously. And if you can go and check our Facebook page, Hill Capital Toastmasters, you will be able to see every meeting we have a proper photo shoot, and whenever there is a conference and everything, you take pictures like this. Now this is something you can do if you are a VPPR. Just after the contest, I think Radhi explained this as well. We all have fancy phones these days, an iPhone or whatever it is, they have very good cameras. You can take pictures like this, so you can use those pictures for your posters later. It's a small effort. If not, you can ask the member to post and send a picture. It will take just 5 minutes maximum, and they will look beautiful in their posters if they help you. Fine. Now I'm going to teach you a very important option here. That is how to remove the background, right? How to remove the background. So if you notice the pictures I'm going to use, in those I have removed the background. So what we can do is, I have this very cool website to suggest, and that website is called remove.bg. Hold on, I'm opening my WhatsApp. Right, this is the website. I have already removed another image. Right, remove.bg. If you are a aspiring VPPR, this is going to be one of the treasures. Remove.bg. So what you can do is you can upload the image. So let's see, designing. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you can write this and the images. For example, let's say I want to remove the background of this image. You just open it, and then it will automatically process and remove the background for you. Yeah, yes, of course. And yeah, we have to post their photos with their consent. Most of the times my friends are okay with it. And yes, there are sometimes friends do not want their photos to be posted on social media. Yes, that's a very good point you brought up. If you want to include a picture of a member on a poster, make sure you have their consent. Ask them, is it okay if I use it? Right, good. See, the background was perfectly removed. It does a brilliant job, and you can download it. If you want to download HD, you should have a premium account, but it's okay. We can work with normal, and then you download it. This is my friend Shakti. I'll save his picture. Done. I've saved it. So see, there's no background now. Earlier there was a background. Now there's no background. You remove that. Such a cool feature, remove.bg. You can use it for your personal use, but there's a downside to it. Make sure the background is not too cloistered. I mean, it doesn't have too much information. Now in Shakti's picture, you might have noticed, say if you take these pictures, the background is not that disturbing, no? Just one color, mostly one color. This was the picture we used, just one color. If your background has too much distractions, then the software will have problems detecting what is the background. So make sure when you take pictures, you use a proper white or single colored background so that it will be easier for the software to crop your picture. And the other thing, for example, if you're wearing a darker color dress, it's better to use a white background. If you are wearing a lighter dress, it's better to use a darker background. But it's this one. Now, if I had worn what do you call that, brilliant white shirt, and if the background is also white, then the software will be a little confused. Right? So sometimes parts of your body will also be removed. And in PowerPoint also we have that option, but I don't use that. I don't use that because it's not perfect. Unfortunately, it's not perfect, because let me quickly show you an example. Now sometimes it might work, but most of the times it's not perfect. So you add that, and then you go to shape format, picture format, sorry, and then there is an option called remove background. You click on that, and let's wait for a couple of seconds. See, the purple or magenta color, I don't know what, I didn't mean the magenta, that part says that is the remover, but see, it's not perfect. A part of my body is removed. I don't have my pants. It's a headache, to be honest. So I don't recommend this feature, unfortunately, on PowerPoint. I look like this. See, parts are missing. I don't want to look like that. So it's up to you. It doesn't work. So use remove.bg. Does a superb job, but make sure your background is not too distracting. So I have used some pictures. I have removed the background of some pictures already, and I'll use those pictures because we are running out of time. Where are those pictures? Where did I save them? I think images with transparent background, and yes, 1, 2, and 3. Right. I will explain the choice of these pictures as well. Now these are the 3 pictures. My good friend Robert suggested a very important thing. That means when you use pictures of members for contest flyers, make sure each member gets similar prominence, because we don't want to portray anyone already as a champion. That's a very good suggestion by Robert. I totally agree with him. So you can choose your pictures accordingly. Now this is how, now you see it here. Now what Robert suggested was absolutely correct. He looks like Ravi in the middle. He already looks like the champion, the other two. But the reason for choosing pictures like this is I normally want the person on the right side to point towards right. So see, this person is looking towards right. That's me, by the way. And this is my friend Shukri. He's looking towards left. And the person in the middle is somewhat, looking front. That gives very nice consistency and finish to your flyer. Try that next time. Okay, and when you take pictures of your members, try to take pictures when they are looking to the right, looking to the left, looking straight. You can do that, you can just you can take a separate photo shoot for this with gestures, and that will add a different level of dimensions. Cool. And the other thing, DTM Rati mentioned, our pictures we use should be engaging. See these Toastmasters, they look empowered, engaging, correct? So this has to be like this. That's why I've chosen like this. And then you add those pictures. I'm not very happy with Ravi's picture, it's a little blurry, but that is the only picture I could find soon. So I'll add it. I like adding pictures so that they somewhat cover the font. It gives a nice look to the poster. Try that when you do a poster next time. Now there's no harm when I add a picture like this. Everyone can still say it's contest. So, but if I add it like this, I don't think that's a good idea. It covers a lot. So maybe slight disturbance like this wouldn't do much of a harm. So that, and then I will add my picture next to him, but on the left side like this. And yeah, left side like this. And then let's click on Ravi and right click on his picture, bring him to front so that he'll be in front, I'll be behind like this. Cool. And then this is Shukri. And when you add photos, another point I want to emphasize is the head sizes. We have to make sure that the sizes of our heads of all the speakers are same, right? Then the poster will look real, just like someone has mentioned. If not, one person will have more prominence and one person will not. That's something we need to really focus on. Now, when you adjust the head sizes, see, then all of them get somewhat similar amount of prominence. But I agree with Robert's point here, because when you put someone in the middle like that, that person looks more prominent. Okay, that's a question. Can we include the image of only the face, half pic? Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. Including pictures only the face is fine. But the problem there is the member doesn't look engaged. The person might look empowered with their smile and everything, but the part engagement, are we answering that? That's my question. So it would be always better if you can choose pictures like this, or else you can go for a power post. Let me quickly show you what I'm talking about. If you're going to use, let's say you don't have engaging pictures, then it would be better if you can go for the pathway achievement flyers. Let me show you those flyers. Something like this. I hope I make something like this. No, power posts. That way they will look more empowered, wouldn't they? So these are the pathway flyers I showed you. I told you before, all the samples are there. And we have our club t-shirt. So most of us are wearing the club t-shirt to maintain the consistency. So let's go for a power post like this instead of going for just the just the face on the flyer, so that the members will look more empowered. Can we use it as a twist to the text? Like yes. I think that's totally fine. Exactly. Yeah. So that's a good suggestion by Lao Ziyan. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. You add the face near that O, so that it will blend. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I think that doesn't violate any Toastmasters branding. That's totally fine. I think that's cool. That would be cool. And I usually do that sometimes. Sometimes I've done it. I can't exactly remember which poster. That would be cool. So you have 3 speakers. I always make it mandatory to add photos of a member or a Toastmasters environment in my posters, and I think every one of us should do it, because what was I saying? Because we need to show the viewers what we do at Toastmasters. So always try to include a picture. Can we fill the text with picture fill? I think that should be fine. Now you can fill the picture. Now you can go to shape option, fill with picture or texture, and you can use a texture. I think that's fine. I think that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Cool. Okay, people. So this is the flyer, and since there was some space here unattended, I thought let's add a nice quote or two, about competing. So I just googled these quotes and added them like this, and I made sure that it doesn't fall on anyone's body or something, and I just adjusted the font and everything so that it fills up that empty space. something like this. Hope it makes sense. And I think I can move them a little bit towards. Let's see, Shukri's, with his outline, I have aligned that text. And to that text, I just added some gradient so that the text doesn't look too prominent. That is something I did intentionally. The reason is I wanted to blend it with the background. I want to blend those fonts with the background. How do you have such transparent effect? Good question. So what we do is we go select. Now let's make it normal font. Let's say you add the font, normal font. I'll make it just black. Competing, I think I have copied it somewhere. We never lose. Right, good. So this is the font you added. Now there's a doubt in the chat box asking how did you get this transparent? It's not really transparent. I added gradient. You go to gradient fill. Sorry, you go to text option. See, if I use the shape option, the background will get filled. You go to text options. You go to gradient fill, and what I do is I go for that gray gradient. Whenever my what do you call that? Whenever my background is white, if I want something, a font to just blend with the background, I use this option. I hope I cleared you out, and it's a really cool option. I'll show you some of the other samples. Now I have used it in my Sri Lanka poster as well. Where is my Sri Lanka poster? Sri Lanka poster. Not this. Sri Lanka. So I wanted to show what Sri Lanka actually represents. So see in the background here at the bottom, when you use those fonts like that, in a white background, the gray with the gray gradient, and it will nicely blend with the background, and it will give a nice feel about the poster. I always use that. Now we had a team meeting called accents, where we all spoke in different accents. There also I use the same thing, because I added the pictures of our members. Someone asked me about how we can use those colors. So this is something I did to work with the to work with the texts. I have added tiny images of our members engaged in texts. See, they are next to text, to show that we have variety of members in our club who can speak in variety of accents. That's something cool you can do. Yeah, I think that's fine. There's no violation here. And I have added that accents with the gradient you can see at the background. So it nicely blends. It nicely blends with the background, so that it gives a nice feel, doesn't it? Okay then. So that you can do, and this is it. Now the last part, I think we are almost there. We have just 2 more minutes. What you do is to save this, you go to file, you go to export. Okay, you go to file, you go to export, you click on that, and you choose the folder. I'll go to desktop, and I'll say D102 sample poster, and you can choose the format. It's very important. It's going to be saved as a PDF. If I leave it like this, you can choose either JPEG or PNG. PNG would be better because it preserves all those colors. And then I have the width and height. This is the maximum width and height. This is in Mac. I don't know whether we have this option in Windows, but I think we can upload export them as PNG in Windows also, PNG or JPEG. So I'll upload it as PNG, export, done, right? Then let's go to the desktop and see what PowerPoint has done, what magic PowerPoint has done. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Ta-da! This is the poster. Perfect, isn't it? I mean, it's perfect in the sense it could be better. It could be tweaked. Yes, just like exactly. 1 hour is not enough. Now see, 1 hour is almost over. And that's all we could do, unfortunately. But I hope you have got an idea about it. I'll take a minute and show you how I added this transparency. Now I have added a picture behind. It's another cool option you can use. See, a picture behind like this, and you add this, and it gives a nice feel to your posters. You add a shape, and then you right click on it, go to format shape, and under fill you have transparency. Now in the brand guideline you have transparency option. The brand guideline manual, transparency, it says this 70% opacity means 30% transparency. Got it? 30% transparency. So if you make 0, it will be a complete, no, wait, what is going on? No, sorry, yeah. Wait, I'll take the object, sorry, the shape out, and if your transparency is 0, it will show, it will look like that. And okay, something is wrong. Wait a minute. Let's fill it with a normal color. First of all, let's fill it with a solid color. Oh, it's in white. Blue. So it will be completely. Let's add a shape. I'll show just that option quickly. Add a shape, right? And then you fill it with the color you intend. That is blue swatch. So blue. And then yes, you can tweak the transparency like this. 30, 40 like that. Oh, color blue. Let me work with that. What is going on? When I change the transparency, it changes to white automatically. Something is wrong, right? Okay. Okay, we will. Something went wrong there. But you get my point, right? You have this. You have this. So what I've done here is I have selected blue and changed the transparency to 30. Right, fine. 30% for PowerPoint. Okay, fine. So that's it. And when you do the next poster, always make sure you maintain the consistency. Now see, I have chosen the same topic title template for the winners flyers also. For the winners flyers also, same topic template, because the previous topic was this. So if you can maintain that consistency, it will be a very successful PR campaign. Good. Right, I'm sorry for taking 1 or 2 extra minutes. I hope you all got an idea about PowerPoint. PowerPoint, like I said, it's an ocean. I just showed you a cup of it. Take your time, sit down and work to PowerPoint. Last year we had a detailed session on PowerPoint. I think we did a session for 2 or 2.5 hours just about PowerPoint. I don't know, Rati, if you're up for it. We can think about that maybe in a future day and explore PowerPoint, the limits of PowerPoint, and come up with really cool design. And thank you very much for this opportunity. Always great to work with the 102 Toastmasters, and I will be always available for future collaborations as well. Thank you very much for being a lovely audience. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give Yasser a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Yasser, for sharing such valuable insight and information. I never knew that PowerPoint can do all that, even though it's been sitting in my laptop for the longest time. And now we know that at least if you don't have Canva Pro, we have PowerPoint. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will not want to hinder you further. We are going to go straight into the next speaker, who is going to be talking about video creation. Our very own distinguished Toastmaster, Robert Ram, who's the current production manager of District 102 Public Relations team. We do not need to entail all his achievements on top of being Toastmaster of the Year for term 2019-2020. He's a District Club Extension Chair for 2 consecutive terms. And he is also a very, very passionate individual in using digital marketing technology to help Toastmasters gain members organically. Put your hands together for distinguished Toastmaster, Robert Ram.
Thank you, Nurul. And I must say that the previous session was a very engaging session. Please allow me to share screen, yeah? As Yasser was speaking, I was trying to remember shift, control, click, because I never knew that, frankly speaking. And then remove.bg, a gradient fill for text. So after a while, my mind just went blank, so I decided to just write it down. Thank you very much, Yasser, for these tips. I will certainly use it in the future. Very helpful. Thank you. Okay. So now let's go to the next session. And I'm selected here. Okay, so why PowerPoint video? Now, PowerPoint was never created for video editing. PowerPoint was created for presentations. Okay, it was created for you to help you to explain something clearly, to drive a message across in a clear manner. That was the original intention of PowerPoint. Therefore, when you start learning PowerPoint video creation, you will automatically also harness this power of being able to explain things clearly, to drive a message across. had you decided to start off by learning a regular video editing software, you will not be exposed to this emphasis because video editing softwares have got a different emphasis. Okay. Now, as you go deeper into PowerPoint video creation, you will discover all of PowerPoint's shortcomings. Okay. At this stage, if you still want to continue to produce cinematic videos, then you can move on to a regular video editing software. And if you're not interested in video production, then your time and effort that you spend today is not wasted, because what you're going to learn is actually advanced PowerPoint animations, which you can use in your regular presentations anyway. So today, your time and effort is worth to master these advanced techniques. What you do with it is entirely up to you. I'm going to share with you 4 things today, 4 techniques. The first thing is text animation. So, text animation. All right. Now, you can see in front of you, this is my call to action page. I've got a promotion on the right-hand side, which says early bird discount before 29th of 9/2099. What kind of early bird discount is that? That one you don't ask. Okay, but this could be an early bird discount for your YLP, for your speechcraft, or any workshop that you are conducting. If you are using it to, perhaps some of you are from clubs that are like half corporate, half community, and you want to do a promotion to attract the people from within that organization to join the club, then your promotion could be free membership for employees of XYZ company. I leave it to your creativity. Yeah. So now this promotion, the text is going to blink. It's going to flash. Why is it going to flash? To grab the attention of the people. Right? And then before that, below that, you see the name Robert. I don't know who this person is, by the way. His name is going to fly in from the left. Okay. Why is it going to fly in from the left? It's because most people read and write English from left to right. Therefore, when it comes in from left to right, you'll be able to send the message across in a more effective manner. This is just my personal opinion. Yeah, you can animate PowerPoint for the text to come in from the right, from the top, from the bottom. That's entirely up to you. Once the word Robert appears in the middle, it is going to bounce a little bit. Why is it going to bounce? There is no reason. I just want to show how clever I am. That's all. And then below that is the telephone number. Now the telephone number is also going to come in from the left, stop in the middle, and then it's going to become big. It's going to expand in order for people to focus on that particular text. And finally, you see the social media icons at the bottom. The reason why I've made it small is because actually I don't want people to go there. I want them to stop here and call me or WhatsApp me. But sometimes people want to know whether your organization is credible or not. You're collecting 299 ringgit. They want to do some background checks on your company or your organization. So for that, I've given them the social media icons at the bottom. If they want, they can go and check. But I purposely made it small, so I hope that they don't go there. They just call me and sign up. Okay, so let's see the full working version first, and then we will recreate this from scratch. Okay. That's it. You saw that how it worked, right? It happened very fast. So now we are going to recreate the text animation from scratch. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to select this whole thing. Okay, Control C for copy. I'm going to go to a blank slide here and paste. Okay, next I'm going to open my animation window and animation pane here. Now you can see that the moment I copied and pasted the text here, the animation also followed. This is the beauty of PowerPoint. You set up the animation once, And next time you can reuse it again and again and again just by copying and pasting it wherever you want to copy and paste it. You can even copy and paste it on another PowerPoint file. The animation will still follow. Okay, so now I'm going to delete the animation and recreate it from scratch. So I click here and remove. No more animation. So the first thing I'm going to do is select the whole thing. Okay, add animation, more entrance effects, and I'm going to choose something called circle just for the fun of it. Okay, first thing is done. Now the next thing is I'm going to make it bounce. I select again, add animation. Can you see pulse? I selected pulse. Okay, so it kind of blinked once. Once not enough. I wanted to blink 5 times to really grab the people's attention. So I go here, I go to timing and repeat 5 times. That's it. Now it's going to blink 5 times. Okay. The next thing is, you see here there's a number 1 and a number 2. What does number 1 and number 2 mean? That means PowerPoint is expecting somebody to click in order for the next animation to run. But you are creating a video. Nobody's going to click anything. Everything must run automatically. So you have to change the first one to start with previous. That means the moment the slide loads, it will run. This one also start with previous. Now everything will run automatically. Now the next thing I want to do is, I don't want the blinking to happen immediately when the words appear. I want the words to appear first and then only the blinking start. So to maintain the people's focus. So there are a few ways I can do that. Let me just make this bigger. Number 1, I can just left click, keep my mouse down on this and hold the fella a bit here. Ha! So that is one way to do it. The other way is, can you see, let me just move this away. Can you see this delay, 0.7 seconds? I can also adjust here, 0.75 seconds, 1 second can be adjusted there. The other way I can do it is, I can click here, go to timing. I can also adjust here. It's the same thing, okay? So let me just, for the fun of it, make it 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds is a bit too much. Yeah, don't want. Okay, something like that. Now, let's see it play. The text appears and it blinks 5 times. That's it. Simple as that. Any questions? No questions. So I'm going to go back to my next slide. And now we're going to animate Robert. Control C for copy. Come back here. Control V for paste. As you can see, the animations have followed me. I don't want them. I want to recreate everything from start. This one also don't want. Oh, just delete the whole thing. Right. Okay, no animation at all. We do everything from start. So first, I select Robert, add animation. I go for the fly in. Okay, now by default, fly in will fly in from the bottom. You can if you want to, but I prefer it to come from the left. Okay, so I go to effect option, change from the left. Okay, so the first part is done. Now I want it to bounce a bit for some glamour. All right, so I go back here, go to effect options. Can you see bounce N? I make it 0.4 seconds. That's the bounce. Okay, so the first part is done. Second is the handphone number. Select it, go to add animation, fly in. I don't want it to fly in from the bottom. I want it to fly in from the left again. Okay, and after this, I want it to expand big so people focus fully on my telephone number. Again, double click it, add animation. Can you see grow shrink? You use this, grow shrink. Aha, now it's shrinking and growing. So now I've got 3 animations here. numbered 1, 2, and 3. So as usual, I have to change all to start with previous, because in a video, nobody's going to click anything. It's going to run automatically. So I control click, select all one shot. Okay. Pull this down, start with previous. Okay. Now, I want Robert to come in first, and then only the phone number, and then only the grocery. Okay, I don't want everything to come in at one shot, then the focus will not be there. So Robert is fine. Handphone number, I give it 0.5 seconds. Grow, shrink, 1 second. All right. So now let's see how it works. Robert comes in first, handphone number, and then perfect. Any questions? No questions. Fantastic. You guys are very good students. Okay. So we are done with text animation. I prefer not to be overly overzealous or over enthusiastic with text animation, because text is the one that conveys the message in a very powerful way. So if we sometimes simplicity is the most effective way to convey the message. So I prefer not to be overly overzealous or over enthusiastic when it comes to text animation. Okay, but you are free to experiment. Now the next thing we are going to do is, let's say this is your last slide. I'll just pull it here and make it the last slide. You'll notice that PowerPoint, your last slide will end in a very abrupt manner. That is the way PowerPoint behaves. So when you export this to a video, it is also going to behave like that. You just cut off like that. Let me just show you how it behaves. This is your last slide, right? Okay, done. And it just cuts like that. So that is not a very elegant way to end. You need another slide at the end for the video to fade out in an elegant way. So this is the video, this is the slide. Let me just put it here. And let's look at all the components in this particular slide. Okay, the logo, your club number or your district number, and all these copyright notices, standard TI copyright notices. You can read the brand manual to see what it consists of, and you just copy and paste from the brand manual, and you're done. Okay. Now this attribution for royalty-free music, it depends on which site you go to get the royalty-free music. They will have their own terms and conditions. So you need to put some attribution there based on their terms and conditions. Now, this one here is my workaround to get permission from the actors in the video. You can use the TI's video release form, okay, if you want to. You can use this method. Both are not perfect. Both have got their pros and cons. So you read the terms and conditions in the video release form and you decide for yourself, okay? So now we are going to recreate the whole thing on a separate slide. So let me just Control A to copy everything. Control C, copy. Let me just delete all this and we will use this slide. Okay, it's here. Something that, yeah, let me delete this first. Okay, so this is just the text. All right. Now, if you look at the animation pane, there is no animation at all. This slide does not need any animation. It just displays everything and that's it. It's not an important slide. The important slide is a slide before that, where the phone number and the call to action and the promotion is. Okay. So this is the first part. Now, the second part is, let's go to transitions. Okay. For this particular slide, you use the fade transition. This is the one that elegantly fades in and out. Okay. So you use a fade transition. Now you see the duration here is 1 second. You can make the thing 2 seconds. That's fine. Okay, so it fades slowly in. All right. Now, can you see this box called after? Okay, this one you make sure it is unchecked. Just leave it the way it is. So the animation will just remain there. The slide will just remain there until the end. Just leave it the way it is. Don't check it. Okay. So this part is done. Now you need to have a layer on top of it, a slightly grayish layer. Yeah. So what I do is I go to insert, insert shapes, insert one rectangle shape like this first. Okay. Now the next thing is I'm going to remove the outline. By default, all shapes will have a thin outline around it. If you leave the outline there, it will look very PowerPointish. So ideally you remove it to make it look as though it's, where am I going? Shape outline, yes. And click no outline. So outline remove. Next, I change it to black color. So shape fill black. Now this is too black. So now I want to make it slightly transparent. So 30% transparency, right? There are a few ways to go about it. Number one, you can go shape fill, go to gradient, go to more gradients, and here you play with your 30%. Okay, so it's 30%. Okay, the other way you can get to the same panel is you can just right click, format shape, and the same thing opens there. It's 30%. Same thing, yeah, no difference. So now let me just close this and I make it bigger, bigger, and cover the entire thing. Covered. But now this layer is covering the TI logo. So we want the TI logo and the words to come to the front. So you just right click, send to back. Haha, everything comes to the front. And that's it. We are done. Let's see how it behaves. So now let me just delete this. Put this in the end. Okay. I prefer actually 50% transparency like this. 30% looks a bit out for me, but I leave it to you. If you want to strictly comply with TI's requirements, then you go for 30%. Yeah. And let's see how it works. So this is the second last page. And now it gently moves to the last page. And that's it. Done. Any questions? Oh, you're very quiet, huh? Okay.
I felt the transition was not so smooth.
Okay, very good point. I thank you for reminding me for that. It's not smooth because you are viewing it via Zoom. This is a Zoom issue.
Oh, okay.
But later I will be sharing these slides with you. You can try it out yourself on your laptop. It will be perfect. It will be very
Wonderful.
nice. This is the Zoom and an internet issue. That's why it doesn't look that good. Thank you very much for asking that question. Any other questions? No question. Very good. Okay. Now you see on top here, I also have got the same thing, but the wordings are different. Yeah. For what words to go inside here, you go to the brand manual, just copy and paste. Okay. But apart from that, everything is almost the same except for one thing. Let me show you the transition. Yeah.
However, there's one question which came in.
Yes. What was the question?
How to display the background boxes?
The background boxes. What background boxes?
Lim Ani, maybe you can, or the grid. She's referring to the grid.
Oh, the grid. Grid. It's been there for so long that I also cannot remember. They're grid lines. I've been using it for so long that I also forgot where to find it. Yeah. Thank you very much for asking me and remembering. Okay. So that's why it is very useful, the grid lines. Okay. So now let's come back here. Yeah. Where am I? Transitions. Okay. Now, actually, PowerPoint fades in very nicely. Only does not fade out very nicely. But TI requires us to put this in the first slide. Okay. Now, if you are using this for an organic purpose, that means you're not running any paid ads for this video, then this is fine. But if you're going to use this as this video for paid advertisements, bear in mind that people's attention span is very short. So putting this may turn off people. And when you turn people off, you're going to lose money because you're paying money for the ads. So what I've done is, the best thing is, now here I've ticked this box. Can you see I've ticked it? And I've given it only half a second. So it comes in for half a second and then it's gone. That's the only difference. Okay, now even half a second is half a second too long if you are running paid ads. Before TikTok came into the market, the people's attention span to grab their attention for video was 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, and now with TikTok around, it is said that people's attention span is much shorter. So what perhaps you can do is, you can put this on the last slide, send your video to TI, explain why you put it on the last slide. I'm sure there are some reasonable people there who will understand your predicament. Let them give you a second opinion. So let's see how this works now. Let me play. So it comes for half a second and it's gone. That's it. Okay, so that's how it works for the first slide. Now, the next thing I'm going to share with you is how to introduce your team members in an elegant manner. Let's just say these are your excos, your club excos, or your division council, or your district council, or your area council. Okay, you've got a picture there, and they all have more or less equal hierarchy. So when people look at this, they don't know which one to focus on. So the focus is not there. So what I'm going to teach you is a technique how you can zoom in on individuals so that the focus is greater. And then when you zoom in on the individuals, then you can run some captions and so on and so forth. If you notice the videos that we have been posting on the district's timeline over the last few days, the last 3 videos, it's using the same technique. So first, let me show you the end result. This is the first one. I'm only going to zoom in on 3 people. Okay, so I zoom in on Jacqueline, and maybe I can run some captions on the left. Then I zoom in on Paul. Okay, and then I zoom in on Alice. Just 3 people to save time. Okay, so that is the end result, how you can introduce your members. So now we are going to replicate this. To replicate this, there are 2 important prerequisites. Number 1, you need to have PowerPoint 2019 and above. Anything below 2019, you can't do this. Or if you have Microsoft Office 365, no problem. Because Office 365 is updated every year, you're paying for it every year anyway. Okay, so remember PowerPoint 2019. Second prerequisite is this image needs to be a very high resolution image, because you're going to blow it up really big for only that person's face to appear in the middle. So if it's a low resolution image, the ones that normally come to you via WhatsApp, definitely cannot. Okay, ideally you want an image that is exported directly from the software you use to create it, like Canva or PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to right click, duplicate this slide, and I'm going to move it down, to move it away from everything else. Okay, we start here. We don't bother about the ones above, yeah? So first thing, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to duplicate the slide one more time. I've got this slide. Now I want to focus on Jack. So let me just close this panel, make this bigger so you can see what's happening. You focus on slide 8 on the left panel and the center slide as well. So what I'm doing is, I go to picture format and I start making it bigger, really big. So you can see the image is becoming bigger. Yeah? And because it's becoming bigger, it has to be really a high resolution image, otherwise it'll pixelate. I'm going to make it really big, up to say about 50. Okay, and now you look at slide number 8 in the left panel. Jack is kind of hidden, so I move it up a bit, move it up a bit, move it up a bit. Okay, so Jack is more or less in the middle. I'm not going to make this perfect, yeah, but you get the idea. So Jack is more or less in the middle already now. Good enough. Now you notice that the flyer background color is maroon. The slide background color is white. So it's going to look weird. So I'm going to make the slide also maroon. So right click, format background, color. I've already got all my TI colors here, so I don't have to have a template or whatever. That's it. So now it's standardized already. Okay. Next, right click again, duplicate. I've got the next one. Now very simple. I just move Paul to the middle. Is Paul in the middle? Yeah, he is more or less in the middle. Let me move him down. Okay, it's more or less perfect. I'm not going to be a perfectionist here. Paul is more or less in the middle. Done. Okay, next, right click again, duplicate. Now I'm going to move Alif in the middle. Is he in the middle? Yeah, he's more or less in the middle. Yeah. So let's not strive for perfection as long as you understand the concept. So now the final touch is I select slide number 7, number 8, number 9. I select these 4 slides. How did I select all flow? I kept my finger on the control key and just click, 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 click. All selected. Now I go to transitions, and can you see this morph? This is the one that is available only in PowerPoint 2019 and above. If yours does not have morph, that means it's not PowerPoint 2019, it's an older version. Just select morph. By default, I've already selected it. And let's play it. The first slide. Okay, Jack. Paul. Alif. Done. So that is the second thing you have learned today. The third thing you've learned today actually, which is how to zoom in and zoom out to introduce your team members in a more focused manner. Any questions? No question. Very good. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is the components of a storyboard. Let me just animate this. Okay. What is a storyboard? A storyboard is the structure for your so-called speech. You know, when you create a speech, you've got a structure, opening, body, conclusion, message, call to action, this kind of stuff in the structure. Same concept. When you create a video, you need to have a storyboard because your storyboard is the plan. Okay. Without a storyboard, you will most likely go to the event, put your camera on the stage, hit the record button, and then sit back and relax. After 2 hours, you have a huge file, which will take at least half an hour to transfer to your laptop. And when you double click, it will take 1 minute to open, and you'll be wondering what to do with this. Okay, but if you have a plan, which is your storyboard, when you go for the event, you already know in your mind exactly what footage you are going to take, what pictures you are going to take, who you are going to interview. Everything is already pre-planned in your mind. Trust me, if it's a Toastmasters regular meeting, you can easily produce 3 videos of 2 minutes each by taking pictures and footages just at that meeting, if you have a storyboard, okay, because you already have a plan. So the idea here is to capture your raw materials with edits in mind. Then life becomes very easy, okay? So I'm going to start with the components of a storyboard from end to beginning. Just like when you draft a speech, chances are that you start with a message first, which comes at the end. Then you move backwards to the body, and then you move backwards to the opening. So the body and the opening supports the message. Same thing here. So the last part is your call to action. So in this case, what is your call to action? You want people to join your club? You want people to form a club? You want them to join your YLP, Speechcraft, and so on? Up to you. Okay. Now, the next one, before that, is a recap of the emotional benefits Remember, before people make a decision, they're kind of emotional. So you have to have some emotional benefits there. For example, your emotional benefits could be gain self-confidence to speak on stage, overcome your stage fright, something that touches their heart, not the logical benefits. Yeah. So you have about 3 emotional benefits. Before that, you strive to have some testimonials or endorsements from your club members. Okay. Now, testimonials serve 2 purposes. The first purpose is, of course, to add credibility to your cause. So if you're asking people to form a Toastmasters club, the testimonials will add credibility to your cause. Okay. Now, the other reason for a testimonial is to address things that people have doubts about, address the doubts or the fears that people have, which they are reluctant to speak about. Okay. For example, if you're trying to form a Toastmasters club in a university, US $65 is a lot of money for a Malaysian student. Okay, but they may not say it openly. But in their hearts, they think, wow, US 65 times 4.5. Oh, that's my one week's food bill. And they will say, I'll think about it and get back to you. And after that, they never get back to you. So similarly, there could be a whole lot of other doubts and fears people have that the testimonial giver needs to address. So you list down a whole lot of possible doubts. Ask your testimonial giver to address just one of those in their testimonial. So in that way, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Your testimonial giver can't address everything. Otherwise, that video recording will be about 5 minutes long. Okay, just one. Before that, be very clear about what problems you're solving for the potential members. I've seen a lot of club chartering flyers. When you look at the message in the flyer and the write-up, it appears that they have designed the flyer to solve their own problem. They want to charter a club. Okay, that's their problem. Okay, but it is not addressing the potential member's problem. The potential member has got his own problem and he's interested in his problem. He wants to learn how to speak English fluently. He wants to know how not to be fearful when he goes on stage. He wants to know how to ace an interview and answer confidently during an interview, and on and on and on and on. So if you address their problem, hopefully your problem will be solved. But in your video or your flyer design or your write-up, if everything is about your problem, it's going to be a challenge trying to get the thing done. Okay? Next, what services are you providing? Public speaking coaching, communications training, leadership development, and so on. And finally, introduce your organization. Where do you meet? What time do you meet? Who are your expos, your club members, and so on. Okay? Now, this is the flow. The first 4 components do not necessarily have to be in this particular order. You can be creative and play around with it. Okay, it depends on what kind of materials you have. So when you have this storyboard, you will know exactly where to find the materials. And if you don't know where to find the materials, just go to your Facebook page. If your Facebook page is at least 1 year old, look at the images there. And trust me, you will find sufficient images that fit into every aspect of this storyboard. And you can just use images to make your first video. Any questions? I'm already on the yellow light. Okay, we don't have any questions? Finally, before I forget, after you do all your animation, how to convert it into a video. If I don't tell you that, then you wouldn't know. Okay, you go to File, you go to Export, you go to Create Video. Don't select full 180p first. You go for the lowest resolution because you just want a draft. If you select full 180p, you have to wait for a long time for it to export. So go for the lowest resolution, export it quickly within a minute or 2, play it, check whether everything is okay. If everything is okay, then you go and export it as 180p. This is good enough for YouTube and Facebook. The highest resolution PowerPoint gives is HD 4K. If you're going to run it on a big flat screen TV, sometimes you're doing road shows in shopping complexes or stadiums or whatever, and they give you a big flat screen TV to run stuff, then you export it as Ultra HD. Otherwise, 180p is good enough. I'm at the red light. Okay, so when we meet the next time, God willing, next month, I will share with you another 3 tips in PowerPoint, which is number 1, how to create a word cloud, animated one. So this is to appease all those of you who like to have a lot of words in your presentation. Every time your evaluator says your presentation is too wordy, but still you like to put a lot of words, I'll share with you how to create a word cloud, animated one in PowerPoint, so you can put in as many words as you like. The next thing I will share with you is how to create a spotlight behind the person to give the person the aura. And the next thing is how to do whiteboard animation. Hey, why my whiteboard animation didn't run? Anyway, I'll fix it in the next meeting and it will run where the hand starts to write. With that, thank you very much. And any other questions? No question. Thank you very much. And back to Toastmasters of the day.
Nurul, you're muted.
I think she's frozen.
Is she frozen? Nurul, are you frozen by any chance?
Okay, well,
okay, no worries. So let me just check over if she's frozen from here. So now we are moving on. Thank you. A big round of applause to distinguished Toastmaster Robert Ram first for that amazing session.
Technical there. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Robert Ram, for your excellent rendition of how do you create a video on PowerPoint. I actually don't know that you can actually create a video on PowerPoint. More reasons to go and master that skill in cost saving too, since PowerPoint is already in your computer most of the time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next course of our workshop. Yes, thank you, RR. For the next section of our workshop is the most awaited section, the Q&A section. I will pass the floor over to our question masters. I would like you guys to put your hands together for Visionary Communication for Vinodini Sandra and IP3 Chan Chin Lun. Over to you. I froze there for a while.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nurul Nazron. Distinguished Toastmaster Radhipriya
Sandra,
Balsan.
you're muted somehow.
Hello.
No, we can hear you very clearly. We can hear
I can't hear you.
Nurul, we can hear her.
Maybe you can take over.
All right. Thank you. Thank you again. Distinguished Toastmaster Radhipriya Balsan. As you are the first speaker, this question is for you. Coming out with posters that don't go against TI branding and at the same time fit into the meeting theme has always been a challenge to most of the Toastmasters, especially the VPPRs. Here, I would like to ask you, as Malaysia is rich with diversified various types of food, let's say the theme is food or food festival in Malaysia, how to come up with an excellent poster that doesn't go against the TI branding and at the same time fits into the meeting theme. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Radhipriya.
Thank you very much, Question Master Vinodini. Well, like I mentioned to you all earlier, you have your handphones with you, right? So what you can do is that, come on, you want to have lunch or dinner or tea time or some snack time with your friends. Call them. Lucky, I'm going to have a biryani. Robert, do you want to join? Daislin, do you want to join? Meet up for a session, take a picture, and then you can use that. See, the main thing is that you must have people in the picture. So why not our Toastmasters members having some biryani or having some chill out time. So you can use our members picture into the images. I
That
hope
costs
I answered the
money.
question.
That costs money.
That costs money, maybe it can be on Robert Ram. Just kidding. That's some fun time. See, we go for dinners and lunches. So this also build the camaraderie among our members. You know, over some, I mean, this has actually been, many members have been meeting up and gathering, but don't really use those pictures into the posters. So time has come for you all to use those beautiful pictures in your photo gallery into the posters. Over to you, Toastmaster Vinodini.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Radhi. I have another question for you. Okay, let's say in corporate clubs, mainly the members are the employees of an organization. And let's say the theme is World Children Day. And in an effort to attract more members, more employees to join the Toastmasters Club, let's say the club has set the theme to be World Children's Day. What will go wrong if they actually use children's pictures in the poster, but the poster will not be distributed anywhere else outside? Can it be still amended a bit according to the company's preference or the organization's preference so that they can attract more corporate club members? How do we go about it? Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Adipriya.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Vinodini. Perhaps distinguished Toastmaster Robert Ram can also assist me on this. Well, from my understanding, I believe, okay, we should not use children pictures because there are a lot of issues and consent here. But if there are consent from members, for example, just say, I'm bringing my child and you are there with your child in the picture. I think that shouldn't be an issue. Only the children's picture, you see, sometimes people can exploit the pictures. No, that's the main reason Toastmasters don't allow children pictures to be on posters, not to be exploited. I hope I answered the question. If my fellow speakers or anybody else would like to add on, please feel free to add on this.
Yeah, thank you. I think you did actually answer my question. Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Adipriya. Now, I would like to move on to the second speaker today, Toastmaster Tolaha. Toastmaster Tolaha, this is the question for you. Can we actually use emojis in our posters? Toastmaster Tolaha, over to you. Can we actually have emojis in the posters? And if we can, what type of emojis are recommended to have in a meeting poster? Over to you.
Okay, this is the last one after I make an amendment. So the emoji that you asked me, actually they got in Canva. Just go to the elements and search for emojis. So here, there's a lot of emojis there. So you just pick up any emojis that you want. Some of them, if you see the sign of this crown there, that means this is a paid one for pro only. Without crown, free. So yes, like Rati say, if you want to use for your meeting only, not distribute international, maybe you can use emoji to make your poster become more fun. That's my answer.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tolaha. I think I'm done with my part here, and I would like to pass the session to my fellow teammate, another question master, Chan, to take over the session from me. Toastmaster Chan, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Vinodini. Okay, I have only one question for speaker 3, Muhammad Yasir. Are you there?
Yes, Chan, I'm here.
Right, just one question. Okay, this is from our multimedia master actually. Can we really use gradients that are not linear from top to bottom or left to right? And he added on to his question, he says 90 degrees, top, bottom, or left, right.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you go through the brand manual, I think yeah, they are a little strict about the horizontal and vertical one. So I think I used 45. Didn't notice it, but I don't think it will be that much visible. I don't think it will be that much visible because I've designed so many posters with that gradient. I mean, sometimes it's slightly diagonal. I don't think that might create an issue because if it is not too noticeable, I think that's fine. Otherwise, it's a problem. But I don't think it's going to be a problem issue because I have designed so many posters. Most of the times I go with the diagonal gradient, should not be a problem. And if I'm wrong, someone can add to it. And is it okay if I take few seconds to add my thoughts on some of the previous questions? Is that all right?
Yeah, please.
Someone had asked about the emojis. What if someone is wearing a t-shirt with emojis and speaking engaged? Would that be all right, DTM Rati?
Sorry, t-shirt, is it on your t-shirt?
Yeah.
I think on your t-shirt, I mean, it's not a Toastmasters International t-shirt, right?
Okay.
So as long as the Toastmasters logo is not there, for example, you're wearing a t-shirt there with the logo perhaps, and on the other side emoji, I think that wouldn't be a brand compliant.
Yeah, true. Now I'm asking, for example, let's say you take a meeting picture. Some people wear t-shirts where there is an emoji. So that would be a picture from the meeting.
Correct.
And if you use that for I mean, if you are supposed to create a poster for team meeting, a theme says emojis. So now you took a picture at a Toastmasters meeting, but the member is wearing a t-shirt which has one or two emojis. I think that might be a clever way of, not violating the brand, but still introducing the theme.
Right, that's excellent because, there's a person there are people. So what you are wearing, I mean, as long as, like I mentioned, it's not just on the poster, I think shouldn't be a problem. So wearing a t-shirt on emojis or anything else, I think should be good.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Yasir, for your sharing. The multimedia master is quite satisfied with your previous answer, but he has another question. However, I'm restricted to one question only for one speaker, so you can refer to the chat box for another question. So I'm referring to our last speaker, DTM Robert Ram. Here's a question. How to make a video with audio, for example, to promote a Toastmasters Club and we want to upload to the YouTube?
How to make a video with audio. That means you don't do any video recording, it's just images and text and so on. Is that your question?
Maybe some music.
PowerPoint, you can embed music. You can embed music in it. You embed it into the first slide, and there are options to make it run throughout the entire slides. So all the subsequent slides, you just put in images, okay? And the music will play. You also have got a fade in, fade out. You can truncate the music. Say the music that you downloaded was 2 minutes, but your video is only 1 minute. You can cut the audio to suit that. No problem. PowerPoint can do that. It can be done. In fact, that's the easiest way to start doing videos. You just take the images from your Facebook page and you can start with it.
Okay, thank you for sharing, DTM Robram. Now I shall pass the control back to DTM Sashini. Over to you.
Thank you very much for all those questions which came in. Due to time constraint, we are unfortunately unable to take all the questions. But nevertheless, if you have your questions, if we have got them in the Zoom chat, we will try to get them answered and send you the direct answers. Now, this workshop would not have been possible if it were not for our wonderful and very committed role players. So I would like to invite all the role players to please turn on your videos and multimedia, if you can share the slide as well for the appreciation. Before I go to the role players, I mustn't forget the speakers first. You see, this is what happens, isn't it? Sometimes when you are in a particular session, what is the order? Does it make a difference? Well, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right, multimedia. My multimedia handsome man, can I have the appreciation certificates for the speakers first? And the first speaker is Ratipriya Balsan, Distinguished Toastmaster. Teresa, can we have a picture taken with the district director, myself,
Sure.
and the speaker? So
Okay.
smile, please. Smile, guys.
Smiles, guy. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay. Let me paste 2.
All good?
You done? Yeah, good.
Okay. May I invite the second speaker of today, Innovative Planning 5, Tolaha Muda. A big thank you to you for sharing all that as well.
Just a minute, I adjust the screen.
Thank you.
Okay, good enough. Okay, 1, ready?
Thank
2,
you.
3,
Bye.
1, cheese. Okay, good.
Thank you so much. Speakers, don't run away because we will need a group photo as well. And let me invite the third speaker, none other than from District 82, Leadership Development 4, Mohammad Yasir. Over to you. Teresa?
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay.
Thank you so much. And of course, our final speaker with all those animations and animated speaker himself, Distinguished Toastmaster Robert Ram.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese. Good.
Thank you. Now, can we have all the speakers on spotlight and one group photo with all of you? Zoom Master, could you spotlight all the speakers?
Maybe can unshare.
Yes, probably can stop sharing. Yes, correct.
Okay. Ready? 3. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay. Let me check.
Can we have a crazy picture from the speakers?
Okay,
They're all
good.
creative people anyway.
Okay, one more crazy pose.
Yes, a creative pose.
Crazy,
Creative
happy,
pose.
love show. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Let me check the pictures. Yes, good.
Thank you. A very big thank you to all the speakers for today. I'm sure there were a lot of takeaways for the audience as well. Thank you so much. Now, can we have all the role players here? May we have all the role players on screen? And come on, guys, turn on your cameras. Okay, the first one is Toastmaster of the day. Nurul Nasiron, please spotlight her. Zoom Master Yap Chi Chun, who has been in the background. Our multimedia master, Lo Zi Jian, also has been in the background. Our question master, Vinodini, unfortunately, she had to leave because she went to test for COVID, and sadly that she is having positive COVID and she does not feel very well. We will somehow try to crop her picture inside. And then can we have Chan Chin Lun on the screen, question master number 2, Teresa, and our timer in the background with all the green, red, yellow lights as well. Can we have you on the screen? And of course, that's me. Madam Timer, okay. Are we ready, Teresa? And don't forget our district director.
Just bear with me. Let me make sure everyone's in here. Am I missing anyone? Timer.
Can you have the district director spotlighted? Yep.
Stand by. I'm searching for him. Yeah.
Do we
Am
have
I missing
Vinodini
anyone else?
there?
Okay, all right.
Is Vinodini
Am I
there?
missing anyone else?
Vinodini is not able to make it, okay?
Sorry, Sashni, am I missing anyone else?
No, all here, all here. Okay, Teresa, over to you for an official picture.
Okay, ready?
Smile.
3, 2, 1, smile, cheese. Let me check. Okay, good.
One more crazy one with all the role players.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, crazy. Okay, nice.
Thank you very much for taking those photos, Teresa. Thank you so much to all the role players. Without them, this workshop would never have been possible. They've been working tirelessly behind the scenes. So a big round of applause to all of them. And now let me hand over the screen to the District Public Relations Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Rati Priya, for the closing address. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, our organizing chair, Sajni Dharam Das. Can we please give another round of applause, everybody? Okay, actually, when we were doing agenda, I went up at 1:15 and said, no, let's make it 1. And it's 1 o'clock now. So I'm going to make it very quick by telling each and every one of you 2 simple words. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all the wonderful speakers who shared their creative ideas and sharing. And also special thanks to our district director for staying up till 1 p.m. We truly, truly appreciate you. And yes, being a great leader shows that we need to be present there to show the way. Thank you so much to our district director, Teo Chun Ming, and all the members of Toastmasters. And we did have a few non-Toastmaster members. See, we give you free training. Why waste it, right? So join any of the clubs. If your friends have brought you in here, just pick up the phone and tell them, hey, I would love to join your club, and join them today. Why wait? So with that, I would love to share that. I have already shared in the Zoom chat all the platforms that we have, which is the website, the Facebook, Instagram, as well as the LinkedIn. We are coming up with something, TikTok. We're still under discussion for that. So stay tuned for that. And every program that I believe there should be a follow-up. We don't want to simply give empty promises, but we will strive to keep and uphold our sharings. For example, there will be a Zoom video sharing. Many of you have actually personally, quite a number of you all texted me. We will be doing some editing, and then we will release it on our official YouTube channel. And there's also a link that I shared earlier. Thanks to our DD for giving permission to have this PR creative designing support group. Why creative designing? That group is going to be a platform, an avenue where you can ask questions, you can share ideas. So it's all about giving and receiving. So feel free to join the link, and I hope to see as many of you as possible. And let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Zijian, for this. And you can also scan the QR code. I've also shared the QR code. So with that, did y'all had fun today? Yes, no? Unmute yourself, come on. It's gonna be done.
I think, can we have the feedback form filled up as well?
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Before closing, there was a feedback form here. Yes, you can see here. Please kindly scan the QR code of this feedback form. Why? Because we are always working towards betterment. There might be some flaws here and there, but thank you so much for being great audience. We will work on it. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us. Please scan the QR code for the feedback form, and also click the link to join our support group. With that, can I just unmute yourself and say, yes, I had fun. Can we have that? Our PR team is super cool team, yeah? Come on, everybody, just unmute yourself. Yes.
Yes, we had fun.
Yes, we have fun.
So bring back the
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bring back the fun.
Thank you. Thank you.